I still remember being a toddler, so easily startled, my parents playing peekaboo and I freak out. But then all of that changed when I watched the first Pokemon movie and Ash Ketchum turned to stone. I knew in that moment that I had to be better. I had to expect the unexpected. And since that day, I've never been surprised. Until today, that is. Casey Anthony announced that she's going to become an influencer. Yeah, the Casey Anthony. You know, the one that murdered her daughter? Yeah, she has come out of the shadows to become an influencer, and she made a big video about it. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I'm not here just to regurgitate what I feel most of you know about the Casey Anthony case. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend watching some videos or researching it because it is one of the most deplorable miscarriages of justice since the OJ trial. It is still infuriating.
We're sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings.
Hopefully this is not the first of many videos, Casey. Hopefully this is the last one. Maybe the case just gets reopened spontaneously so justice can finally be served for when you killed your daughter. That'd be hopeful. Also, if you're gonna film a video, can you at least take it off of like this slant? It looks like I'm falling down like a fucking water slide trying to watch this. Got the goddamn audience with the drunk goggles on here trying to see whatever you're yapping about. Like, why would you even film a video when it's like this? All cattywampus and shit.
On a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011.
Really? That's a big statement. In the legal field since 2011, eh? What happened in 2011, Casey? Oh my god. It's just kind of sickening because she's just gloating about it. This is like a victory lap about how she got away with murder and now all of a sudden she's a crack shot legal advocate. I already said I wasn't just going to yap about her case directly, but I can't help it since she just kind of brought this up here. She didn't do shit! Her lawyer worked her like a goddamn flesh puppet like it was a ventriloquism act. Her lawyer is an evil mastermind who was able to convince a jury of lobotomites that they had been emotionally compromised by everything they had been hearing throughout the trial. Meanwhile, he was emotionally manipulating the jury to throw doubt in there so that way they would reach this impossible verdict. He pulled off the most outrageous Hail Mary. Casey didn't do shit. She also got very lucky that for some reason her searches weren't really used in court, such as things like foolproof suffocation methods. Casey Anthony is not some fucking Phoenix Wright level legal advocate. Her lawyer is the one that made the deal with the devil to get her acquitted on this.
And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate that I start to advocate for myself.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
And also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself.
Like introducing poop to a toilet. This is not the first time she's tried to reintroduce herself. She should be reintroducing herself to a prison cell for murdering her daughter. She did try and get her name back out there a few years ago with a Peacock docuseries called Casey Anthony Where the Truth Lies, I think is what it was. And it was her telling her side of things. And to me, it feels like she uses her name and infamy as a money-making tool. So now she's once again using her name and infamy as a means of having a platform online to become an influencer to make money off of her name and infamy. And what's sad, it's working and will continue to work. She has a ton of people who unironically support her, even knowing she murdered her daughter and got away with it. They don't care. That's the current climate of things. It's become very clear that no matter who it is or what they've done, as long as their name made it to a news headline or got spread around in some way, shape, or form, that person will have supporters. Fucking O.J. Simpson, before he kicked the bucket, before he met his maker, had a brief bout as an influencer. Like, it doesn't matter that she killed her daughter in the eyes of these absolute fucking troglodytes that just for some reason want to champion anybody at all.
I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack.
No thanks, Casey. I think I'll pass on that. I think I'd rather join the Cock and Ball Torture Enthusiast Club than listening to you pat yourself on the back about getting acquitted of murdering your daughter.
If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters.
Don't have any questions on legal matters, but since you're talking to us in a professional fashion, may I ask you a professional question? Where the fuck are you? What are you doing in that car right now? You can hear her turn signal is on. Or maybe she has a metronome in the car? Is she trying to hypnotize us through the video? What is that? Why is your turn signal on? Are you filming this while driving? She's doing this at a red light or something? Imagine being one of the poor souls behind her. She just sits in her car filming a fucking 5-minute video at the red light.
I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
Wow. How brave. What a hero, Casey. Yeah, that platform that was thrust upon you. Time to turn it into a blessing. Right. That's very strong, very strong. I cut around some of her blabbering, but I really wanted to show you that part. She takes on this tone that she's some kind of victim, and now she's rising from the ashes like a phoenix from this circus she was put through to use her expertise as a legal advocate to give a voice to the voiceless. And now she's here to help all of us. Too fast, too furious. Casey Anthony is back. She was a victim. A curse thrust upon her, but she turned that curse to a purse where she's gonna make a lot of money off being an influencer and a legal advocate for everybody's benefit. Yeah, Casey Anthony, wee. It goes on for another minute. I'm not gonna bother even going through the rest of it. The turn signal stays on for the remainder of the video, or whatever the fuck that noise is. But overall, Casey Anthony rebrand is pretty successful. More successful than IHOP to IHOB back in the day. That didn't go over nearly as well as the Casey Anthony rebrand. And it's really fucking sad. That really sucks. Imagine a world where you are arguing, well, Casey Anthony said, as if it means anything, as if that has any real merit or value. Well, I was following Casey Anthony, and she gave me this unbelievably great advice. Oh, you were following Casey Anthony. Full stop, that's where I would write you off as an absolute, unstable, unwell lunatic. That you would be taking advice from Casey Anthony. But that's the world we're in right now. There are people that are now following Casey Anthony as a champion. It's so disgusting. I just can't even picture what kind of rotten dweeb maniac would unironically turn to Casey Anthony of all people for advice on anything at all, unless it's how to get away with killing someone. It's just, we've got some wild shit going on here. It's what I think to be a pretty obvious, blatant attempt at just using her name as a means of making money off people who right now, we live in a time where people will follow and support literally anybody and anything, no matter what. So she's trying to capitalize off of that. So I think it absolutely sucks. That's about it. See ya. Garfield likes lasagna. I like to make fun of weirdos. Big whoop. What, you want to sue me for that? What's the charge? Enjoying a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Point is, I keep my finger on the pulse of wackos and weenies, and I like to shoot spitballs at them. And today, there was a pretty dangerous weirdo that stream sniped a group that was doing some IRL content in the hopes that he would get one of their numbers. And when faced with rejection, he blew a gasket, had a conniption, and it got ballistic quick. So let's go ahead and start with the genesis here, where we were first introduced to this homunculus. It was in the middle of an IRL stream with Senna, Valky, Ray, and Emiru, and then this very interesting gentle sir, approached them.
Oh, I think 3 years.
And I came at like 6 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that Emily? Is that? No way. Yo, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's get a picture. Wait, but can I rap to you real quick?
It starts innocently enough. He approaches the group as if he just wandered across them by happenstance and says, "Can I get a picture?" And he seems, well behaved. Nothing too concerning here at all. There was nothing he was doing in the beginning that was cause for alarm. But this was just the calm before the storm, the fart before the shit.
this is Cinna.
Hello.
I was waiting for it.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
My name's Russell.
Hi, nice to
Ray.
meet
Nice to meet
you.
you.
Emily, could you take
Rosie.
a photo?
Rosie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Russell.
Russell.
She can take a pic.
Oh, we can't because we have a.
We actually,
stuff to do.
we're on a time
What's
limit.
up?
Yeah,
you
we're
gotta
on a time limit.
There's
So.
no time frame.
Did you want to pic?
Oh, sorry. Excuse us.
Sorry.
Okay, so.
Do we need a photo?
Yeah.
He shakes all of their hands, and then he just kind of posts up there. He just slabs up, standing there menacingly, doing nothing. And Rosie reminds him, like, "Hey, picture? That's the whole reason you stopped us in the first place." And he's like, "Oh, right, yeah, that's what I was doing. Picture, yeah, of course."
Why do they say rhyme?
Because his name's Russell.
Did you call me Russell?
No, his name is Russell.
Oh!
She's had a long week. I had a long week.
I am running on like 3 hours of sleep. Please forgive me. My brain is actually like lagged.
Alright, fuck. Let's take a picture. Fuck it, let's get one, Rosie. Come on.
Cute. Rosie too.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
Good night. Oh, he's so sweet.
Russell's a nice guy.
This was their first encounter with the raid boss Rizlord, and you can see that they didn't get the heebie-jeebies or anything. They even walked away saying, "Russell is a nice guy." He said his name was Russell, so they were saying he was nice. But they couldn't have known how poorly that statement would age. It's kind of like Jar Jar Binks, where you thought he was just an innocent, goofy thing, but it turns out was actually a Sith Lord the entire time. So, after they met him here, some time passes, and they eventually encounter him again, but this time, he's wearing different clothes.
Proposal.
Yes, please.
Oh God.
Oh god, yes, that is. Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say?
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
Oh is right. Stomach churning anti-Riz. Yuck. Ooh, that's rough stuff right there. He said, "Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say. A change for her number." Shakespeare just rolled over in his grave. That is poetic. Wow. What a way with words. I don't even know how you can cook up something so foul. It's just trash. Pardon me, miladies. I attend slightly above average sized penis university. I'm on the dean's list. May I interest you in my number?
If you like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait. So I'm gonna keep following her.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep following her.
God, another one. I know. You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers.
That's not how you really
Fuck,
riz.
bro, what the fuck?
That's not the riz.
What an excellent way of handling rejection. I'm gonna keep following her. No doubt that will work. I'm sure pestering her to put her number in your phone is the optimal play there.
Get behind me. Okay. Oh my God.
Kendrick,
Are we getting churros?
Kendrick, add it into the list.
So the group is walking away from him. He apparently is in hot pursuit, and he is steaming. At first, it seemed like he tried to, play it off as not that big of a deal, and he, used stalking as somewhat of, a joke, because he was laughing about it. But that fake laughter soon turned to real tears, real anger, and made a real dangerous situation, where he threatened to kill them.
go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not.
Oh no.
Hey, excuse me?
No.
Security?
Emily, no.
Hey,
Stop.
whoa.
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going
Security.
He's harassing us.
on? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Right now. I'll kill you right now.
Fuck off.
Kill you right now.
Security, please.
Security.
That's where the stream ended. They said that the police had arrived and everyone was all right. There's a lot to unpack there. So the guy who just got rejected, he stayed on their tail like it was a fucking Assassin's Creed escort mission, and you can hear him arguing with someone saying, "I'll fight you right now." It continues to escalate to where he starts to like run at them or maybe like lunge at them like it's a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare where he's like going after them now, saying, "I'll kill you right now, I'll kill you right now." It sounds and seems like security was there stopping him from going after the group further. It's just a scary situation from top to bottom. All because Imiru didn't give this weirdo stranger her number. And he just freaked out, threatened to kill them, chased them, just deranged shit. And I've also seen, of course, I don't even know why I bothered to bring it up, but I was reading the conspiracies on this from the crowd that thinks it was all staged and fake and they're trying to find this actor's backstage page. So that's been kind of a fun little rabbit hole to dive into. As a actor, I starred in the Hunger Games. I don't like to bring it up all that much. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 District 8 Hospital Helper. I can recognize acting when I see it. That dude is not acting. He needs to be institutionalized. That man is a fucking loose cannon. I've also seen some people turn this around on the streamers saying that it's their fault. They brought it upon themselves. They were asking for it by not having security guards with them, like surrounded by bodyguards. A fascinating perspective to argue that it's they're to blame. Like, you were out at night. It's like covering yourself in meat and diving into the ocean. You think a man's not going to attack you if you're not surrounded by bodyguards? Are you out of your mind? Obviously this is going to happen. And it's like, well, it shouldn't. That doesn't excuse it. Like, it's not something that should be considered normal, that a dude's just gonna fucking threaten to kill them and like chase them around threatening to kill them if you don't give him your number. That's not something we should just be expecting and think is normal. Like, I understand in the streaming space, there's a lot of like huge streamers that when they do IRL content do travel with security. But it's not every IRL streamer that does, because when you're doing content like this, typically you're thinking about the content or like what you're going to do. You're just having fun with friends. You're not exactly thinking about like the potential maniac on the loose that's going to just fucking come out of nowhere and go hog wild if you don't give him your number. So, like, yes, I understand security has become much more normal for streamers when they're out in public, but it's not every streamer that has it, and I don't think by not having it, you should be blamed if something happens. Like, I think that is a crazy perspective to have, that it's their fault because they didn't have security. I don't agree with that take at all. Yeah, security obviously would have helped, and I imagine going forward, they probably won't go outside again on stream without, like, a whole fucking security unit like the Justice League defending them or something, because this was, I imagine, a very stressful and scary situation to be in, because that guy could have had a weapon or something, right? But it's really ridiculous to blame them for this by not having a security team. I think that shit is so ass backwards. Anyway, though, no telling what happened after the stream went out. All we know is the police did arrive and everyone was safe. Don't know if they brought the dude in or what, but they said they were going to go live here today to kind of talk about what happened and all of that. So I guess we'll get more information then, but luckily everyone is safe, and yeah, this guy is a fucking dangerous weirdo loser. That's about it. See ya.
But they've already tried a spike and a pit.
Alright. You're sure it's this one? I don't want to go on a stinker chase here, and I'm gonna be honest, our protagonist, not in the optimal whip for a chase. That is not built for high speed, that's built for comfort? I don't know. Efficiency?
happened in Winnetka. Oh, there you go, Des. We got you now.
Assault with a deadly weapon, that's pretty serious. And then he hopped in the goddamn shoebox. He said, I gotta make a getaway, but I want to look like a clown doing it.
We come to a stop. At one point, the suspect was on the sidewalk.
Obeying all road
So
rules.
that's definitely pretty nerve-wracking. And you know,
Very
we're at that
polite.
time of the afternoon, as I believe we're right next to.
You saw that LAPD helicopter right
It's
on top.
built for
Yeah,
groceries.
I was saying earlier that it was kind of surprising how empty the roads
Yeah,
were
it's probably
at
really
this
good at
time
groceries,
of
I guess.
afternoon,
It's got a lot of
3
space.
o'clock. When overhead is that it hasn't reached really high rates of speed, but still.
Not
very
yet. Wait till he
dangerous.
fucking throws in the
And
NOS
especially because
afterburners
of,
on it.
What this person is wanted for, Mike.
Yeah, and you see this unit, this Topanga unit.
Oh no, don't pit maneuver him!
Yeah, so
Good
close.
dodge.
Not a
Good
great spot
work.
right there because you had a ton of traffic, but they've been authorized.
He
to
knows.
pit. They've been trying to do spikes. This person had been seeing.
This is probably the fastest that car has ever gone.
They were really, really slow, like in the neighborhood of like less than 5 miles an hour. So certainly a lot faster. Now here comes this unit again. Amy.
Nice legacy.
Let's see, Des.
Don't pit him! Oh god!
Close.
Oh,
He's been able to turn away
you
that,
thought.
but you know.
You really thought.
He knows what they're trying to do.
Yeah, this guy knows.
Made that turn to avoid.
He's
it.
played Need for Speed.
I mean, you know, the units are right there, and they've got him.
Chose
for
the
year
wrong
as
car
well,
from the
so,
garage,
you
but
know, very little hope of
his heart's in the right
getting
place for the
away
chase.
at this point, and he's just kind of.
Man,
a little
he's
bit too
treating this like he's
sporty.
racing at fucking Talladega right now. He just keeps hitting these turns,
Definitely being pretty
just
aggressive
doing the
with this. We haven't
loops.
seen this kind of aggressive
Oh
drive.
god, he's out of place. It's the oh!
Trying to come in again, but
Ooh,
Another
so
turn.
close and.
little fender bender.
Yeah, and you know what? It's kind
But
of
he avoided the
surprising, too,
pit.
because this unit doesn't have that time. So definitely.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep hitting the same turns.
And we'll see if that continues to be the
Nothing but
case.
right-hand
Close
turns.
to rush hour, and again, schools letting out,
Man's the
so
opposite of
big
Derek
obstacle.
Zoolander. Or nope, he is literally Derek Zoolander behind the wheel.
Another turn.
Another dodge.
And you know, Amy and Des, the good part is right now, definitely too fast for a pit maneuver. Remember, police
A left turn.
like to do pit maneuvers under 30 miles
Is
an
that
hour.
allowed?
You do it much faster than that, you risk the suspect vehicle flipping or, you know, causing some.
Man
more
just hit him with the blue
serious damage.
steel.
They don't want to do that. This guy, obviously, though, Amy,
He's
is what
gone
we're
now.
talking about, very keen to the fact that that's what LAPD wants to do.
God damn it, not the blue steel, that's
Get right
Magnum.
up there.
What is
He
wrong with
speeds
my
up or he
Zoolander
makes a
knowledge?
really quick last-minute turn. As far as I know, there's only one person in. Des, I don't know if you've heard any different.
Well, he's gonna pick
I
up a
believe
few more
this is only
people.
One person. And remember, this is an incident that we believe
That'd be pretty
stemmed
cool if
from
he did.
something that happened very recently. This isn't a situation where they kind of
Imagine
ran
joining a
this way
chase
and now they're after the
mid-pursuit,
person.
like
It
your
sounds
buddy
like
just
this was
slabs up, he
a
scoots in
alleged
sideways,
assault
like,
with
get
a deadly
in.
weapon,
And then all of a
which
sudden you're
we
just
believe
in the
is
middle of the
that that
chase.
person may have. So
himself through those two cars right there. Luckily, Mike, we haven't seen any collisions or any.
Oh god, he's lurking again.
Go again.
yeah, no.
The shark's in the
50 miles an
water
hour,
and he
that's kind of,
smells cum.
That's a little bit of a high speed there for a pit attempt. So
Oh.
I'm actually going to try to do it or just trying to get him.
Oh, another right turn, we're safe.
No damage that we know of. It doesn't look.
This guy's just going right through the intersection.
He's playing a game of Frogger.
Just determined
It's-
to come
he's
right
doing it!
Really, really close
Nice.
from there. Westbound on Parthenia. I think he's got the window down right now. We can see if we get a
Hey, wave at me.
shot of the suspect while and the window
Nope.
goes right
Okay.
back up right as I double in. So
That we're watching right now, probably some of the fastest driving that we've seen there.
Oh, they're
See
back.
that black and white, that cruiser right
back
up there
again.
behind them,
Uh-oh.
and now they're up into a busy.
It's round two.
He almost knew like he was going
Oh.
those opposite lanes of traffic, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. A close shave.
Everybody else out there on the road.
I heard the what I believe. Okay, come
Uh-oh.
on, see if they're gonna have an opportunity.
He's out of right turns to make. This pit's going through. He's trying.
So close, and
Oh.
it's just crazy how
He's trying to squeeze away. Oh no! He couldn't find another right-hand turn to make.
really good. And let's see if this
Jinkies.
is going to bring it to an end. Amazingly, didn't hit any innocent vehicles.
You can't box in the box.
May have done some damage to the cruiser. And let's see if after all the attitude he gave.
It's empty.
officers,
It was a drone.
They're out with their guns drawn, lethal and less lethal.
Imagine.
And hopefully that, shook some sense into this suspect, and we're going to bring this silliness to an end.
Yeah, you can see that officer down there on the right-hand side there.
How does this go on for another 37 minutes? What? Do they just stand in the like a standoff for this long?
If that's the case, they suspect that. They also suspect.
He's throwing that bitch in reverse. He said, "No, I don't think I will."
So, just and after such a great.
No, we can't catch him.
So many false starts and spinning the vehicle around like that. Now he's getting into reverse, and what are they going to do right now? So.
What are they? They're powerless.
It was going to be over.
That was the one move they didn't expect. He said, "I reject the idea of being busted."
And yeah.
I am the
now
one who
you're gonna
busts.
want to do a pit in a small residential area here, but on
So
Security
why,
Street-
if I may, I'm not the police chief. God bless. Being the police chief in LA sounds like a fate worse than death. He was here for like 5 minutes. You're telling me one of like the 3 officers here wouldn't just pull up behind him to box him in? Isn't that like standard protocol? What were they worried about? Like this thing, like that's barely more than like a Tonka toy. Like it's not gonna cause like crazy damage. Like whoever was here, like on the end, just wanted to be part of the team. He must really love his car or something. Like he has some kind of emotional connection to it because he did not want that bitch scratched. He easily could have just boxed him in. Crossfire mainly, but yeah, kind of dumb. Well, we've seen so many chases, probably close to 100 chases by now. Every time a pit maneuver occurs, usually the follow-up is like a fucking football team trying to jump on a fumble. They have like 8 cars box them in. And that's in like assault armed robbery cases. Like we've seen that. Why was this one? Were they really afraid of this vehicle? Like what do they think this was? The fucking Batmobile or something? Like I don't understand. There must be something I'm missing, because we've seen armed robbery suspects get boxed in. Now, this guy is also an armed robbery suspect. He apparently had a knife. But I feel like the knife isn't gonna jeopardize the police vehicle in the event that he, like, charges at them when he's surrounded by 9 dudes, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe there's more to the code book I don't know. He could probably throw it. Like, he could be really skilled with the blade. Like, he could be doing throwing knife like he's going for kill cam in Black Ops. Like, yeah, it's possible, but probably unlikely. You know what I mean? Oh, he found the key. Drive really slow in residential areas.
And again, you know, with events.
Yeah, I thought that there were officers on the other side.
I like that. A shocking turn of events. He went slowly in reverse and then just left.
Yeah, that coordination was coming here or not. It's hard to tell.
I wonder what the plan is. Yeah, maybe he's trying to de-aggro by being like really normal
like 2
driving.
flat tires, I think I just heard. So maybe on the passenger side.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
What was
Was he
that?
just on the phone there too, Des?
He looks like
No, it looks like he's looking at Instagram reels. What was that? Man brought up his phone to bring up a picture of his wife, like a World War II pilot who looks at his family before doing a crazy maneuver. What's he cooking? No, on his phone, man. Obviously, it's a dude driving it. I'm talking about on his phone.
Be surprised if he's
This was one of the weird twists. He's holding an actual photo of somebody for some reason. Oh!
For a lot of these suspects to get on
Analog.
social media and start pleading their case, saying they're innocent or whatever.
Wait, I think you're... Yeah, wait, you're right. That is just a photograph. Just a fucking Kodak moment printed photo. Yeah, you're right. I wonder what it all means.
Oh, now the suspect may be, you know, kind of using that to their advantage right now, but was definitely on the phone, and it looked like I could see someone on the screen, maybe like.
See, the announcer, the sports broadcaster had the same thought I did, that it was someone on a phone screen. But it is just a photo.
But you know, does this? Just kidding. We're still going. As we're on Maria here.
That was a beautiful pit maneuver. Glad they replayed that on the Jumbotron.
And we're just showing our viewers there.
Oh God, it's to it! No!
Did before finally coming to a. Oh, what's going on here?
That was the saddest pit maneuver I've ever seen. That was unauthorized. What? Look at this. This is so dainty.
Showing our viewers there all the different maneuvers this driver did before finally
Nice.
coming to a.
Is where they can, but it's just so residential in the middle of the day.
Here comes another one.
Yeah.
No, he changed his mind. He changed his mind. Imagine the cop crashes into one of the parked vehicles too focused on the pit maneuver. This guy wins just by driving normally. Well, not normally anymore, but up until then.
Definitely crazy on Mason Street, kind of a medium-sized street right here. And let's see him come in
Here we go
again. See if they
again.
can pin him again.
Oh, it's too strong.
At that point, but boy, I mean,
My God.
it's crazy here. We haven't seen this kind of aggression with LAPD.
It's made of vibranium. You stand no chance.
And on surface.
So they definitely.
Another one's on the way. Inbound. What? Can you wait until we're out of the trees? It's blocking the view. Can you pit maneuver him in?
You can see.
Oh God.
Maybe. Yeah,
He's running out of steam.
So we'll see if we can see those.
Is the tank empty?
Yeah, I can see the rear passenger side is definitely flat.
Oh boy. No!
Well,
Damn you!
get us around. You can see the side skirt was
Scripted.
damaged there as well.
Another car, so
Yeah, I mean, he's out of room. He's got no more real estate to maneuver.
No, it can't.
Him too, or if they said that he did. We'll see here as the suspect kind of shaking their head. That vehicle looked like they were already
Should have taken a better car.
You can see the damage to this vehicle. And
He's just really regretting the choice.
passenger side is
Between him and the officers, right? Last time they
we should
pitted him
be-
and he stopped. Oh,
Here we
doors
go.
open.
That's where she ends.
all right.
He said enough is enough. I've had my fun.
This is
kind of like a deja.
He couldn't operate it quite like he was before with those.
He looks just so
tires, but,
disappointed. He doesn't even look mad or scared. He just looks really disappointed.
Or maybe he's closer to home.
Yeah, true.
Could be.
The car may not have had any more gas in the tank,
Yeah,
but
we're
he
all
did.
still in the same area. I mean, he has not ventured geographic and have not made any kind of large geographical distance. Never had any interest in getting on a freeway.
Wait a second. I think I just saw him granny shift.
Surface streets up and down.
Oh,
And again,
no, never mind.
all kind of in the same
Never
area
mind.
as
I thought he was about to do
Weirdo.
some kind of crazy maneuver.
He's got a note or a picture in
Yeah,
his hand.
papers.
I'm sure you know.
Yeah, it looks like that's definitely where it
He's
ends.
probably telling those people just to stay.
Looks
where
like he
they're at.
started crying.
Come out onto
Yeah, and
Cozy
then he
Cross.
called it. He called it a day.
Gotta love that street name there.
He said, "We all had fun today,"
As we
but that's
double
where it
back in.
ends.
Yeah, just kind of despite.
This whole time, you really thought carrots were food? Wow. I'm almost envious of your ignorance. What's next? Thinking the Earth is a globe? I don't mean to be rude. I'm not trying to giggle at your naivete, but come on. Carrots? Food? Imagine. What is this, the Magic Treehouse or something? It's ridiculous. Yeah, you know that thing Bugs Bunny's eaten in the cartoons for like 100 years? The beloved orange carrot, as it's so called? Not real. Make-believe. Fake. What it actually is birth control. And luckily, we have a highly intellectual mind that's bringing us back to common sense when it comes to this poisonous menace. Carrots.
A lot of these plants we eat, like carrot, people think are food. They're not food. The orange carrot was created at the turn of the 18th century, and we act like they've been around since the turn of time.
So this lady who looks like a Viking that was ordered from Temu after she slaughtered 15 squirrels and stitched their pelts together to make this jacket is educating us all on the history of carrots and trying to open our third eye to the fact that carrots are not food.
This is a wild carrot, also known as Queen Anne's lace. They're far from the sweet and tender carrots we're used to. Through selective breeding practices that began in the 18th century, agronomists transformed these wild roots into the big orange carrots we see today.
Carrots lore so deep it's got League of Legends writers sweating. I appreciate the historical breakdown on the genesis of carrots. And now let's see where she goes with this. Now we know where they came from. Well, what's the point she's making?
What most people don't know is that Queen Anne's lace, the root itself, was used as the morning after pill. It is so toxic, it will abort a fetus. And yes, it's not as toxic now that we've bred the poison out of them, but this is the root, and we're feeding them to our fucking kids. And
Oh, zoinks. Gotta be honest with you, crazy lady. I think you've been boofing a little too much Queen Anne's lace. As you just said, through many years of breeding, they got the poison out. So now, the modern carrot is not the same thing as Queen Anne's lace. They're very different. You can't bite down on a carrot and expect it to abort a fetus. Also, from what I read, Queen Anne's lace can't do that either. It was used as a contraceptive. From everything I've read, it couldn't do a fucking abortion. But maybe if you, mega dosed it, if you set that Wumbo serving size up, maybe it could then. I don't really know. But what is 100% irrefutable, as she even admits, modern carrots don't have that poison. So what are you mad about? What is the argument you're making?
it's gotta stop. I don't want to see babies eating herbs that are able to abort a fetus. That is what Queen Anne's lace looks like. And this is what we've created today. This is the clown food. Do you guys see it? You see how it looks like it should be in a circus?
Goofball, you need to be in a circus. What? This isn't even a good point you're making. You already admitted that it is not poisonous anymore. So it was derived from something that was used as a contraceptive, but it isn't that anymore. You're not feeding babies a contraceptive. You've already established that that's not the case. It's like getting mad at toilet paper because it came from trees at one point. It's separate things now. The modern carrot is not the same thing as Queen Anne's lace. You know that. You've already said as much, and yet you're still getting mad at like this imaginary villain you're creating about carrots. What the fuck is happening here?
And once you know this, you can't unknow it.
You challenging me with that? I'll unknow it right now. I'll erase it from my memories databanks. I've now entirely forgotten it. Checkmate. Fucking idiot.
Plants were always toxic to us. Meat never was. This is a list of meat that is deadly toxic to humans. Polar bear liver, because it's high in vitamin A.
Her whole personality is meat, 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 meat. She's like a real-life Luffy, but not cool at all. So she's waging war on plants. Plants have always been mean. They've been real jerks to us. There's poisonous plants out there, can you believe it? No shit! Like, what the fuck? Obviously, there's going to be plants out there that are poisonous. You don't eat them. And she's making this huge hoopla about nothing. It'd be like getting mad at meat because it can get stuck in someone's throat. Like, you're just fighting against something that is completely nonsensical. Now, I've only taken a brief perusal through her shorts, but her whole shtick seems to be carnivore diet is the optimal way of living. She used her son as like a punching bag for a little bit. Like, here's my son before he switched to a carnivore diet. Man, not good. Protein deficient, flat chested, horrible, horrible. Now look at him. Now that he eats nothing but meat and he's jacked. And then she's like, look at me when I was eating more than just meat. And now look at me and I'm in better shape. So her whole thing is like meat every day, all the time, just constantly indulging in meat. Fuck plants, fuck anything that's not meat. That's her whole thing. And I know carnivore diets have blown up in popularity recently, but it's become like a full-blown religious movement. I don't care if you're on the carnivore diet, go for it. A lot of people see a lot of good benefits from it. But her seminars have me giggling with the way she tries to encourage people to get it, and the way that she's like talking about plants as if she's some kind of, you know, being that achieved nirvana by seeing the truth of plants. It's very silly. I also have seen her taking shots at like vegans, for, like at least a little bit, and she kind of just does the same thing but for meat. Like, it's her whole personality. It's all she talks about is being a carnivore, the primal body. So like, it's pretty silly when she's like, oh, those fucking vegans and fruitarians. Meanwhile, she is just that same archetype, but for the carnivore diet.
Too much vitamin A will kill us. Raw shark, because it's high in urea. We've got the pufferfish, it's a neurotoxin, and the Nemora jellyfish. I don't think humans spent much time trying to hunt those guys. These are the only meats that are toxic to us. We can eat anything else. You want a lizard? Go for it. You want a chipmunk? Go for it. You can eat any kind of thing that moves.
Yeah, sure, you can to a certain extent if you know what you're doing. Different meats have to be prepared in different ways. You couldn't just go out there and just start eating any fucking meat that you find. The same way you can't go out there and just eat any plant that you find either. It's a complete moot point. The meats you're going to be eating are the meats that you're going to the store and getting. She does not look like someone who's going out there hunting and gathering, no matter how much her hairstyle tries to convince you otherwise. She is probably going out there and just buying meat from the supermarket. And guess what? A lot of that meat is also modified the same way the plant food she hates so much is. When you're buying meat from the store, a lot of times you're getting meat that is pumped full of antibiotics, growth hormone, all kinds of things that lead to it being modified, albeit in a different way, but it's not like it's some drastic difference between meat and plant food in terms of like what's real food.
But plants, more than 700 species of plants in the United States and Canada alone are deadly toxic.
Oh no! I had no idea! Wow! That's a powerful mic drop right there. 700 plants are toxic? Who would have thought, you know? Just when you thought it was safe to go outside. All these plants jumping in your mouth, forcing you to eat them. Goodness gracious. Heavens to Betsy. She's making a mountain out of a molehill. You know what else is real bad for you? If you get a piece of a bone stuck in your throat and it fucking cuts up your esophagus, or, you know, you choke to death on it. Oh no! Should we be afraid of meat too because of the bone? Like, I'm not her dad. She can have whatever diet she wants. If she wants to eat nothing but raw pork testicles forever, all power to her. It's just her little seminar she gives on carrots being fake clown food, birth control, and plants are toxic. like, the only thing not toxic is meat. That's the only thing you can trust. It's just so silly. I had to just talk about it a little bit. Matt sent me to this earlier, and we were just goofing around about it, so I just wanted to talk on it. That's it. See ya. Have you even heard of Electric State? I'm yawning because I just finished watching it. I imagine you haven't heard of Electric State, but you probably have heard of $320 million. What if I told you that was the budget for this film? It's diabolical to be spending $320 million on a movie that has less hype than Big Chungus right now. The only reason I even heard any peeps about this film is because a lot of people mentioned this absurd budget, and also that it's just not a good movie either. It has like a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes, with most critics getting their weenies out and spit roasting it. Now, I finished it, so I'll give you a review on it, but I have, like multiple times now, ranted and raved about how preposterous these budgets have become for movies that don't warrant it whatsoever. Like Borderlands, for example. And this has to be a scam, right? There has to be some kind of like dirty dealings, money laundering, something. Because after watching this, I truly cannot understand where this money went. Chris Pratt is in it, so maybe he took like a fourth of the budget just to have him in it. I have no idea, but if I was an accountant working for Netflix right now, you might find me trying to drown myself in the bathtub, because this is just outrageous. Like, it's criminal. $320 million for a stinker of this caliber. It doesn't make sense. Like, the numbers don't add up. It's directed by Joe and Anthony Russo of Marvel fame, and I think maybe Netflix thought they were going to get their own Avengers movie, but what they got instead was the Ass-Vengers here. Not the most creative of insults, but this movie has sapped my neurons right now. They're not firing on all cylinders. Now, I learned from Stream that Electric State is actually based on a graphic novel. I don't know how expensive it was to get the rights to do that, but by far the best part about this movie is the robot design. The robots look amazing. I'm actually a huge fan of the way the robots look, and really the whole world that's here is a really interesting one. If only it told an interesting story. Maybe it cost $150 million to get the rights to adapt this graphic novel, and they had no budget left for writers, but it is inexcusable. Why would you have this much of a budget and allocate none of it to the most important part of a movie? The story. Giving the viewer a reason to get invested and care. Because there is none of that here at all. It is so flat. It is a slog to get through. It tells the most generic story we have seen no less than 100 times before. No deviations from the formula whatsoever. Within the first 15 minutes, you know how the whole movie is going to play out and exactly how it's going to end. And it doesn't care. It's unapologetic about that. Which I could almost excuse if the journey there was enjoyable, but it's not. Is it a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes bad? No, not quite. I'd probably put it around like the 30% ballpark-ish, and that's mainly just because it is really carried by the robots. I just think they're very cool. But they don't get utilized at all. They have like your really generic monologues about, well, we're alive, and we want to be treated as if we're alive. And of course that's like the central conflict, because after a war that broke out between humans and robots, there was a treaty that was signed that was really not in favor of the robots, and now the world is in a post-war state where everyone's basically got, if any of you have seen this movie with Bruce Willis, surrogates, where they jack in and they're jacked into a robot. Except they don't look like humans, it is just a robot that they control remotely, while their human counterpart just kind of rots away, gets fat and yucky and gross. And that's become like a mainstay of civilization post-war. And we follow Millie Bobby Brown's character, who was in a car accident where she lost her whole family, but they don't give a fuck about the parents. Instead, it's all about the brother that she lost in the car accident, because he was a super genius, turbo Einstein brainiac. And now, does anyone give a fuck about spoilers? I was going to avoid spoilers, but anyone care? Anybody? I'm hearing crickets. I'm gonna guess not. She finds out her brother didn't actually die in that car crash. The creators of that technology with the Neurocaster, where they're jacking into the robots, and it's how they were able to beat the robots in the war. Well, the whole reason they were able to do that is because after that car accident, they kidnapped her brother because they noticed he was really smart. So now he powers the entire company. Everything, like the entire company infrastructure, runs through his brain while they keep him comatose in like a vegetative state. However, there was a little open door in the mainframe that allowed him to, like, I don't know, shoot his consciousness into a nearby robot, which is based on his favorite cartoon. And once he takes control of that robot, he escapes, finds his sister, and the two of them work together to try and get back to his body and save him. And they meet Chris Pratt and his little robot friend along the way. And they're hunted by Giancarlo Esposito, who's the Butcher. He kills robots. The plot goes almost exactly how you expect. They end up at the surviving robots zone, and they learn these robots are kind of good guys. So they team up to try and take down the bad guys. It's not good. What's really interesting, though, is how there's pretty much no comedy at all in the movie. Like, there's some jokes here and there, but they suck. I thought going into it, it was going to try and be more humorous, especially given, like, the silly concept, because all the robots are basically fucking mascots. Like, the leader of the robots is Mr. Peanut. So I thought it was going to, like, not take itself super seriously, but it really does. Pretty surprising given the Russos' history with their usage of comedy. I guess they really wanted to try and turn a new leaf, and this was definitely not the right movie to attempt that in. Tell you that much, that's for damn sure. Would the movie have been saved by some zingers flying here and there with gut-busting laughs? Probably not. Still would have been an extremely boring movie that had nothing to offer beyond just a really cool, underutilized world. So it wouldn't have really changed too much, but at least it would have spruced it up a bit to the point where it wasn't so mind-numbing. There's really not a whole lot of reason to even dive into a thorough review here. It is the most by-the-numbers shit imaginable, which is even more head-scratching given the budget. Why spend $320 million to make the same movie that gets made for $60 million every other week? What do you gain? You only stand to lose a ton of money. That's just a bad investment. It literally does the same shit that tons of other movies do for a fraction of the cost. I don't understand what Netflix is really aiming for here. They're also not really advertising it. I hadn't heard anything about it other than people dunking on it for being bad and extremely expensive. Like, who is in charge of their finance department there? I really do not get it. I also just really don't know who the target audience is for this movie in the first place, because it's a movie that's clearly aimed for all ages, because it's not, you know, like, the action doesn't have people getting their fucking skull ripped off or anything. There's no foul language, no bad words. Like, I think there's, like, hell said once, and I think they said shit once that I remember. So, like, it's a movie that's clearly for all ages, but I don't think kids would really care to watch it because, A, all of, like, the recognizable brands here are ones that I don't think kids will ever recognize. Like, there's no Fortnite representation or anything. There's no fucking Minecraft Steve bot. Like, I don't think kids are going to be going crazy like, Mom, look, it's the Planters Peanut. Like, I don't see that happening. It also, like, relies heavily on, like, the early 90s aesthetic, which, again, kids weren't alive for. Like, I don't think they're going to care. And also, like, when there is action or anything at all happening, it's really lame. So, like, one of the robots uses a slingshot to shoot gumballs, or at least what I think is gumballs, at the bad guys that come in with their robot suits and their guns. And their guns are basically, they just shoot, like, a couple beams of electricity. But, like, he shoots gumballs at him, and then the guys with the robots are like, oh! Which is super weird. Like, clearly that's aimed at, like, a kid, you know, like, slipping on a banana peel type shit. Millie Bobby Brown's weapon is a paintball gun. Which, how the fuck would that ever defeat these robots? She's shooting them with a paintball gun, and they're going, oh, oh, oh! And then they'll die, because they freak out and like end up killing themselves. Like, it's clearly aimed at a younger audience, but I don't see why a younger audience would like this movie or choose to watch it. Anyway, though, just another huge waste of money. Definitely don't think it was worth $320 million to pump into this. That's really about it. So yeah. A 5-year sentence is a joke. I mean, 5 years is no joke, but he's also not done getting all of his charges. So 5 years is the appetizer. I see you've looked at a little bit on the case, but not enough. Okay, Johnny Somali, he's that nuisance streamer that I've covered for quite a while. He's the guy that does like the world tour of getting his ass beaten. So he goes to a different place pretty frequently, and when he's there, he does his absolute best to harass people, break laws, and just be like the most insufferable piece of shit imaginable. And it usually ends with his face on the floor or his face in somebody's asshole. And he's been doing this for a while. He got arrested in Japan, but they gave him a slap on the wrist. He lied to them, left the country, started shit-talking them. He's been everywhere. But what's most important is, he went to Korea, and he started doing the same shit. Well, Koreans, they didn't take it lightly. They even had like a UAV on this guy where they tracked him in order to find him so they could continue to beat his ass so he would not know a minute of peace. It was beautiful. It was an amazing thing. And he got charged with some very serious stuff. And he just went to his first trial today, and it went really, really bad for him. So, according to Atozi, who went there, and not just Atozi, there's others that are there, kind of just to like see how it all goes and also just relish in the justice that he's finally about to be faced with. According to Atozi, he showed up dreadfully hungover because I guess last night he went live doing shots for donations, and he got super fucking plastered and, like, I don't know, puking his brains out or something. Then he went to trial, was extremely late, and he went there with a huge smile on his face, got hit with very serious charges carrying many years of prison time, and then the reality swept in. And then there was no smiles left. And this isn't even all of his charges. Today was only some of his charges, and he's already looking at least 5 to 10. He pled guilty as well. So it's not looking really good for the Wonder Boy, Johnny Somali. Oh, another thing is, he was wearing a hat, and many times he was told to take it off. He would take off the hat and then put it back on and get told to do it, like, take it off again. So he was just being extremely disrespectful in the court, apparently. So everything that could go wrong did go wrong. He couldn't even pretend to be likable for a court appearance. He also didn't have a suit, so he had to borrow a suit that was like 12 sizes too big. It's comical. It's like me wearing my 6'5" dad's suit. He said this is basically what he looked like in that suit. Has he come to America? No, he's still in Korea facing trial for all of his crimes. It's going to be many years before he comes back to America, it's looking like, thank God. He's most likely going to end up locked away in a foreign prison with an entire country that hates him. If he thought the ass-beating global tour was bad before, wait until he gets it in a slammer. Holy. Everyone in Korea hates him. And yeah, here's Legal Mindset where he was giving his perspective on it. He was also in the Atozi stream as well. He pled guilty to obstruction of business and 2 counts of violating the Minor Crimes Act, which, according to Legal Mindset, is basically like the equivalent of misdemeanors over there. But they take it very seriously, so even with just these, which seem like, not like, they don't seem like crazy charges that someone would be, you know, fucking thrown into the gulag for, but he's still facing 5 to 10 years for it. For just these that he pled guilty to. And he still has more on the way. Oh yeah, he had no idea about the additional obstruction of business charge which was filed against him. That's the one he's going back for in April. His lawyer also didn't know. Oh, and here we go. Looks like they have the footage of when he was streaming hours before being supposed to show up to court and then being really late.
Somali live on party. Yo, there we
Look at how happy he is just moments before faced with many years in jail. Oh my God. Johnny, hey Johnny!
Live on party. Locking in with party.com. We got the deal in the works. Man, shout out the creator. Shout out B.
Hey, shout out. That deal is going to go through, no doubt, Johnny. Those party streams in prison with making Pruno in the toilets is going to be ballistic, no doubt, brother. You will never see him without a black eye. He's going to be constantly just bruised and bloody, like, hey, back on party. Really enjoying myself.
Be a better me.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to make sure that we can make some fire-ass content here while I'm still in Korea.
Hey, why are you still in Korea, Johnny? What's going on? I thought you were leaving a while ago. What are you still there for? What's going on, man? Why can't you leave?
Is live tomorrow, and I will be live streaming the trial. I will be live streaming before, during, and after, exclusively here on Party.
Hey, how'd that go, Johnny? How'd that stream go? I bet it was fucking amazing, huh?
Me, a bunch of motherfuckers that without me, I'm gonna be fully suited and booted out with the MAGA hat. I'm gonna have the full suit on.
The suit that he borrowed from, like, the nearest clown store, it was way too big. I don't remember how tall he is. I think he's actually shorter than me. So that shit he must have borrowed from, like, anywhere else that's not fit for, like, toddler clothing. He looked like an absolute fool.
And I'm gonna continue to go live here.
Oh, they didn't even get the part where he started throwing up and puking and getting super hungover before going to trial really late. Oh, here we go.
I'm giving y'all the first viral moment tonight.
He's ready for trial. Let's go, Johnny. So cool. What a guy.
God damn, I just threw up everywhere. That's how you know I'm not scamming. I'm not scamming. That's how you know I'm not scamming.
Oh, what a fucking hero. I can't believe his first day in court didn't go well. It's so weird. He was prepped perfectly. Yeah, here it is. So just the obstruction of business can carry a maximum penalty of 5 years in jail. It's possible he ends up being sentenced to 10 years behind bars, depending on how the trial plays out. And again, that's not all the charges yet. That's just the current charges that he was facing today. Pled guilty to. Oh, it's so good. He's also been accused of violating anti-terrorism laws, threatening to sexually assault female streamers, drug use, AI deepfakes, violating Railroad Act, even spreading North Korean propaganda. He's not facing any of these, to my knowledge, yet. Korea has a 90% conviction rate, don't they? Here, you know what? He explains it better than I ever could. But, yes, kind of. Here.
Yeah, they were pretty shocked.
Oh, okay. So that was a separate charge. Was that the charge that he was showing? And
the new obstruction.
Oh, the newest obstruction charge. Okay, yeah. So there's another charge as well that's coming against him about the deepfake stuff that he accidentally leaked on his stream last night.
Nice.
As we've been covering, I mean, he's been playing his cards in the worst way possible the whole time, from start to finish.
You just don't understand his strategy. You see, Johnny Somali's 10 steps ahead of us. He's the drunken master.
And last night, I guess he decided to get drunk at 3 a.m, go live, and show up extremely late to court because of that. And on his live stream, he was doing, like, I guess, getting paid to do shots, and he ended up showing a new charge that hadn't been leaked to the public yet.
So that charge was actually it's the police case that the police have given over to the prosecutor. So it means that they're going to prosecute it. It's going to trial. Yeah.
In the Korean system, once the police decide to actually formally charge you and they send it to the prosecutors, that's pretty much it. That's where you get the 90+% conviction rate. You're pretty much done. If they've decided to go that far, that means they have the evidence to prove the crime.
And that's exactly what Johnny Somali wants them to think. He's got them eating out of the palm of his hands. He just needs to go get his ass beat a couple more times. It's going to reset his noodle, and he's going to once again, it's going to be like taking the Limitless pill. Johnny Somali unlocks 100% of his brain when he's suffering from CTE from all the people in the world that continuously use him as a punching bag. So you just wait for him, sober up, he'll go outside, annoy somebody, they'll beat his ass per usual, and then we're going to see him at maximum capability. My God, he's going to be the smartest man on the planet. It can't just be for clout and money, right? Like, it has to be a mental illness or a humiliation kink. Humiliation kink only goes so far. Usually, if humiliation kink doesn't result with you doing things that'll send you to jail for fucking 10 years, that's not a humiliation kink. And it's not even masochism either, because he gets really mad when he gets hurt. He starts crying, like actually crying. So I don't know what it is. I think it's just actual delusion. It definitely is a mental illness. 100% is a mental illness. I just don't exactly know what kind. It's like terminal clout obsession. I couldn't tell you. It's fascinating, though. It is so interesting. He doesn't even get much attention on his streams, though. That's the thing. He doesn't... The interesting thing about Johnny Somali is he is such, like, a fringe case of, like, what I usually talk about, where no matter who you are, you'll have supporters. Johnny Somali doesn't even have that. He has people that love to watch him get his ass beat. He has, like, he doesn't have anyone that actually likes him. He has people that watch him just waiting for him to get hurt. And they entice him and they, like, push him towards it. Like, donating for shots before trial. They just enable him to be a fucking disaster until he eventually ends up dead. And it's not even, like, hate watchers, because it's, like, really fun for them to watch him destroy his life. It's a crazy... I can't even call it a community, because he doesn't have a community. He just has people that sit around and they'll, like, shoot spitballs at him, but with a dollar bill attached. It's so fascinating. He's just a lol cow. Yeah, but it goes above a lol cow. Like, he's... I don't even know what you'd call it. It's like he's like a visual novel lol cow where you get to choose the outcome. Because most of the shit he does, it's the chat, like, enticing him to do it, convincing him it's a good idea. So they are, like, actively guiding him down the path of being the ultimate fucking destructive loser that's going to get thrown in jail or dead. It's like they get to guide him. Like, they're taking him down the Telltale game, tree for the bad ending. Kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure. Yeah, it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure. Never heard of this guy? I have no doubt you don't know Johnny Somali's name, but you know his work. You probably just don't recognize him with his eyes open. Usually he's concussed on the ground after getting beaten on stream. I'm confident you've seen his many highlights of just getting pummeled in public. He is internationally hated. He is. He is internationally hated. He is like a unifying force across the planet. Just this scourge that when he enters your country, everyone's united, looking for him so they can beat him up. Like, I wasn't kidding. In Korea, they actually set up like a UAV is the wrong word. And GeoGuessr is definitely not the right way of describing it. But they set up something so they could track him, tell each other, so they could go and attack him. Because he is just that hated. He is that bad of a person. He is that much of a menace. Who are his role models, man? I don't know, a Wobbuffet with the amount of times he just gets hit? I couldn't tell you. I don't know who his role models are. I don't even know if he knows who his role models are. All he does is just look for ways of getting himself hurt. Wouldn't you feel like a failure if you were a parent who spawned this? I've said this before and I still maintain it. I think there's only so much parenting can do. Sometimes, like in Johnny Somali's case, I'm sure maybe his parents weren't great. I have no idea. Maybe they were amazing. But there are only some things that you can control. You can't control your son getting hard addicted to clout online to the point where he's willing to throw his whole life away for a couple of donations, right? Like, you can't... What are you as a parent going to do about that? Like, he's a grown-ass man. They can't just, like, walk into his room and unplug the Ethernet cable, right? Like, there are just some things that you as a parent don't have control over. I don't know his parents. I have to imagine they are probably fucking livid. They probably are so sad about this. Because it's gotta suck, man. You raise a human being for 18 years, ends up like Johnny Somali. Fucking rough. Oh, another thing worth mentioning. He is always the one to instigate it. He's usually the ones to make the threats. And then he starts actually crying when they beat his ass for it.
이 새끼 내병변 장애 있나 봐.
There it is. Oh, yeah. I see how you censored it. So you can see the start. He came at him with, like, the fucking flying front kick. And then Johnny's, like, running away. It's so good. Then they chase him down. Up 2, but he's most likely going to get 1 to 5. I don't know, man. maybe I'm a little too optimistic, but I really think there's a chance Korea just does not play games with this. The charges are bad already, but even aside from that, he is just so openly disrespectful, not only to the public, but to the court system as well. He showed up over an hour late, hungover. He kept putting on his hat when he was told repeatedly not to. Like, I feel like they're not gonna go easy on him. It's, again, maybe I'm just, huffing the hopium, but I just have a feeling. That would be the best thing they could do, because that would finally maybe start to be a deterrent to these IRL nuisance streamers. Do I care about how you spend your own money? Yes. Do I have the right to care about how you spend your personal hard-earned clams? Yes. I'm not your accountant. I'm not your boss. I'm not your Fortnite duos partner. But I am your friend. Your best friend, even. Nay, I think we're closer than that. I'm your family. Scratch that. I'm you. And as you, I know what's best for yourself. And it's not spending $12,500 being the personal assistant to Gene fucking Simmons. I have made fun of him before because he is one of the most famous douchebags around. He looks like if Billy Mitchell found Fent, and now he's offering this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pay him $12,500 to be his personal assistant and roadie for a day. What an extraordinary honor. You get to follow around this washed-up octogenarian, changing his diapers while having him scream, spitting in your face, demanding that you bring him another cup of Voss water. Whoopee. What a privilege. I'm getting my wallet out right now, Gene. He's doing this to kick off his exhilarating spring US tour with his solo band and offering a unforgettable fan experience for $12,495, available to one big spender per concert date. I can't believe there's even an opening to be his personal assistant. I imagine people climb all over themselves to work with Gene Simmons. His previous assistants probably all got institutionalized from having to work with someone so notoriously miserable to be around. But honestly, with value like this, he's giving it away at that price. You get to carry his amps and brew his coffees just the way he likes them, no doubt. Anything shy of that, and he'll probably come to your house and kick your dog. It's called the ultimate Gene Simmons experience. And who doesn't want that? That's up there with like a cock and ball torture experience, and everybody loves that. This is something big. You get to be a roadie for a day, meaning you'll get to load gear into the venue, set up the stage, help oversee sound check, and even get introduced by Simmons during the show, so thousands of people will know you've emptied your bank account. Actually a dream come true for lobotomites. You get to be called out and humiliated in front of the entire venue. He is literally going to call you out saying, "And this is all made possible thanks to this dweeb who just paid me $12,000, carried up my amps, brewed my coffee, and is now just sitting over there working not only for free, but paying to work. Give it up for this absolute dork. Yeah. Wah." Like, how cool is that? Huh? I mean, are you sold yet? Because I know I am. Credit where credit's due. This waste of money super scam is not the standard crypto meme coin rug pull. So I'll tip my fedora to you on that one, Gene. Your quirkiness has come up with a really creative way of hosing suckers for some cash here for sure. Now, if you want to spend cash on something worthwhile, you can get the Hysteria line of clothing from moistglobal.com. It just came out. Check it out. This was not supposed to be like an advertisement slot here, but it just felt so natural since I just gave him like the whole full-blown fucking salute there. But anyway, back to the package here, because that's what we all want to know. I have $12,500 lying around, burning a hole in my pocket. I was thinking about flushing it down my shitter. Is there any better use of it? Well, yes. Not only do you get to brew his coffees, carry his equipment, and work for him by paying him, brother, you get to be a rock star. At least that's what Simmons says in an Instagram post. Nothing says getting up there and being a rock star quite like brewing this dude's coffee and being his little fucking errand boy for a whole day. Now, of course, there are other perks. You're not just going there and working. No, it's fun. Who doesn't love huffing farts out of Gene Simmons' butthole while paying $12,495 to do so? You get some super cool goodies to take home at the end of the day. such as a bass guitar that Simmons, at one point or another, used during a Kiss rehearsal. What the fuck? Going to his official website to dive deeper into this blessing, I found this wonderful picture that he uses to advertise it for the ultimate Gene Simmons experience, and it goes so hard. That looks ballistic there. The Photoshop is immaculate. The rough edges there, I think there's a good chance Gene Simmons might have done this himself. Maybe he strangled the life out of his graphics guy because he didn't like the way he looked at him, so then he was forced to do it all by himself. Who knows, but he crushed it. Now, looking at the perks here, you'll notice it's a laundry list of really cool things. You're basically getting the one piece of Gene Simmons memorabilia. So you're going to meet up with the man, the myth, the legend himself, as well as members of the band. You're going to go over the show schedule for the day, the whole itinerary. Then you get to be part of the team for the whole day. You get a crew member shirt and hat. You get a crew member VIP laminate. You get to have a meal with Gene Simmons. Do you recognize how big that is? You remember that old hypothetical that used to float around? Would you rather have $500K or a dinner with Jay-Z? And you'd have the most insufferable cucks of all time saying that they'd rather have the dinner with Jay-Z because they'd learn more from him from that dinner than what they'd gain from taking $500K. Like they thought they'd be millionaires because they'd have dinner with Jay-Z. Like somehow he'd give them like a TED Talk and a tutorial on how to make all this money. Well, you get to live that fantasy with Gene Simmons. Then, of course, we get into what we already discussed with basically just working for them. Then he gets to bring you on stage and introduce you so everyone can throw tomatoes at you for being such a fucking idiot. Then you also get a set list signed by Gene Simmons himself. You get to take photos throughout the whole experience. You can even bring a guest. You can bring one of your friends. Though, I imagine you probably don't have many of those if you're spending $12,000 on a Gene Simmons day. And you even get to bring 4 items for Gene to sign. Your fucking fleshlights, whatever else. He'll sign them. And of course, you get that super duper special bass that I just mentioned a moment ago. Now, he does have a more financially viable option for all the brokies out there that can't afford $12,500 to give over to Gene Simmons for absolutely fucking nothing. He has a $6,500 option. What a saint. Check this one out. $6,500, you get to meet Gene Simmons. That is a steal. I cannot believe he's going to meet you for less than $10,000. Unbelievable generosity here from Gene. And of course, you get to take home a Gene Simmons bass. He will even sign and personalize the bass case. 4 items of your choice. You get to take photos and videos. And guess what? When you meet him, you're going to find out that Gene Simmons... Gene Simmons... purely accidental, but a pretty cool nickname. Gene, if you want to use it, I'll let you have that nickname for only $12,000. You get to meet Gene Simmons. You'll get to meet him, yes, but you will also find that he is very down-to-earth, funny, and knowledgeable on almost any subject. He is knowledgeable on almost anything. Quiz him. Geography, he'll nail it. He can point to anything on the map. No matter what it is. Atlantis, he'll point to it on a fucking map. He knows exactly where it is. Ask him about chemical bonds. Ask him to do some electron orbitals. Like, he'll know. No doubt in my mind. And you'll find that out too for only $6,500. And you get to bring 3 friends. And you'll all get to learn. Now, I know I started this video by saying that this isn't worth your money, but after going through it, is this the best use of $12,500? It might be. It just might be. You get so much out of it. You can't put a price tag on fun. And you can't put a price tag on a Gene Simmons experience. Well, I mean, I guess you can, but like the value you'll get out of it will no doubt somehow make up for the $12,000 that you're in the hole. So, maybe not worth it. Probably not worth it. You do what the fuck you want. If you spend $12,500 to be the personal assistant to Gene Simmons, I think you deserve to be bullied. Like, forever. That's really about it. So, yeah. I always thought Billy Mitchell was the king of frivolous lawsuits, but he can't even hold a candle to Russia. You remember a few months ago we were talking about how Russia is suing Google for over $2.5 decillion, which is an unfathomable amount of money. If you added up every single breath every single human being has ever taken since Adam and Eve, it wouldn't even come close to 2.5 decillion, let alone 2.5 decillion doubloons being a reasonable amount of money to ask for. It doesn't exist. It can't exist. I just learned about another lawsuit coming from Russia where a Russian League of Legends streamer has successfully sued Twitch for over $200 Nonillion, so a little less than what Google's on the hook for, all because he received a ban on the platform and was able to make a case in Russian court that is trying to enforce a $200 Nonillion fine on Twitch for the injustice this League of Legends streamer faced, even though in his entire time on Twitch, he himself only made $2,000. So the math checks out, actually. You know, that seems about par for the course. It is so interesting. To help put this number in perspective, just how preposterous it is, there is an estimated 200 sextillion stars in the known universe. So this League of Legends streamer is looking to receive more money than there are stars in the known universe. Good luck. I mean, maybe he'll get some fairy godparents and be able to poof that money into existence, because that's the only way that shit's gonna happen. I was gonna try and find a clever way of tying $200 Nonillion into a subtle cheeky shoutout, but I couldn't, so I'm gonna do it abruptly. Go to usecheeky.com and use code LUCKY for our St. Patrick's Day sale, where you can get 10% off all of our soap. It's the best soap in the universe. In fact, if you use Cheeky, over 200 Nonillion beings across the universe will say that you look and smell great. You look real clean. So yeah, it's usecheeky.com, and the code is LUCKY for the 10% off. Now to sum up the lore here, he was a League of Legends streamer named Lickrit, and he was suspended in 2022 after the invasion of Ukraine, and the US imposed sanctions, and he was banned as a result. His father is also a Russian oligarch who apparently has some pretty close ties to Putin. After being banished to the Shadow Realm and not receiving payments from Twitch as a result of the sanctions, he took it to a Russian court in June and October of 2022, which Twitch called a violation of its terms of service. The first lawsuit was dismissed without prejudice, but the second one, well, the Russian law decided that that's got some meat on its bones. That one's got some real oomph to it, some pep in its step, and said that it violated his rights by suspending and demonetizing his accounts. So, the Russian court demanded that Twitch restore the account or pay a compounding penalty for non-compliance, basically the naughty boy penalty, where if you don't play ball and bend the knee to the most outrageous of demands, it's going to get worse. And Twitch, since they haven't reinstated the account, is racking up a fine of 100,000 rubles each day the account is not reinstated, and doubling each week without limit, per Twitch's lawsuit, which has reached astronomical levels. That's the exact same John Madden playbook textbook maneuver we saw Russia use against Google. The compounding penalty of 1,000 rubles every day and doubling each week. That's how you've reached these 2.5 decillion and now $200 Nonillion fines. More money than exists on the planet, no doubt. And this is their go-to, it seems, in Russian court. If they're going to penalize a company, it looks like they go for this compounding penalty anime finishing move. This is their Kamehameha. It seems like this is pretty common, and I'm only just now learning about how frequent it is. I kind of want to take a plunge into some other notable court cases in Russia just to see if they do this for everything. Like a baker sold you stale bread, you took him to court, and now he owes you 1,000 rubles every day that you've had to have that stale bread in your intestinal tract, and it doubles each week without limit. I just wonder how often that's used. You know what I mean? Because now we've seen 2 instances of it, and it's just comical. I'm sure Twitch is going to fork over $200 Nonillion any day now. I can already just see the League of Legends streamer doing this with his hands like, we won, we did it, so any day now that money's going to be hitting my piggy bank. I'm sure Twitch is going to start feeling the pressure of this imaginary money demand very soon. You might as well be suing Twitch for glorbluckles. It's actual nonsense gibberish here, because these numbers are not reasonable at all. It's phony baloney. You can't actually enforce them no matter what. But it's not stopping them from trying, and I really appreciate that chutzpah, because it is fucking amazing. A Twitch lawyer said, because this penalty doubles each week, it purportedly is now larger than all the money in the world, unjustified on any measure, wholly disproportionate to less than the $2,000 in revenue generated by the League of Legends streamer's account while active. But in 2023, the League of Legends streamer filed a Turkish enforcement action to enforce the Russian ruling, serving the action on Amazon's Turkey office, which maintains that the agreements that he signed were with Twitch, not Amazon, making the actions invalid. Twitch and Amazon have been deprived of legal certainty provided by those agreements and subjected to Russian courts' application of Russian laws specifically designed to undermine U.S. sanction, Twitch lawyers wrote. Twitch is now looking to U.S. courts to kind of pump the brakes on this lunacy here. Like, it's a joke. Like, this is just a complete circus of a lawsuit. I don't think there's any reasonable person on the planet that would read this case and be like, nope, League of Legends streamer's 100% in the right here. He's owed $200 million for the suspension. Now, from what I can see, he wasn't suspended due to, like, bad behavior. He didn't do anything naughty. Like, he didn't, bring his sack out on stream and get rambunctious or anything. It truly was the result of those sanctions that went into place that prevented them from being able to send out payments to Russian streamers. And I'm not normally one to defend Twitch, but what the fuck were they supposed to do there? Just ignore the sanctions and get themselves in the legal hot water for it? Just so they could pay this League of Legends streamer his $200 for the year? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know how they were supposed to, like, do that. And as far as the suspension goes, I don't think it was exclusive to just his account. From what I've read from the sanctions, they did that for a lot of Russian streamers. So it doesn't look like they decided just to fuck this guy in the face for no reason. So, yeah, I just had to talk about that. These Russian lawsuits of compounding penalties are fucking incredible. They are so goofy. It's just not real. But it is kind of a fun thought experiment. Let's say Amazon as a whole, not just Twitch specifically, is on the hook here for the $200 million. This League of Legends streamer's got him in the palm of his hands. And he's forcing Amazon to run it down mid for him and actually give him this money eventually. Assuming Amazon makes $1 trillion a year, which they don't. From what I can see, they make about $580 billion a year. So, like, they're halfway there, but it's easier to use $1 trillion. If they make $1 trillion a year, it would take them an entire millennium, 1,000 years, of every dollar they make throughout that millennium going to this debt to even make it to a quadrillion dollars, which is not even a fraction of the total that they owe this League of Legends streamer. It would take them until the universe itself dies of a heat death to even come close to being able to make that amount of money to pay him back. It's just not possible. Unless you have a galaxy brain intellect like me. You see, if I was CEO of Twitch and I was tasked with getting us out of this pickle here, I know exactly the solution. I know exactly what I'd do. I'd say, look, we honor our debts. Friend, we got off onto the wrong foot and we want to make things all square here. And then I'd print a bill that says $200 million on it. And I'd hand him the $200 million bill and say, we're good. Because that's the only fucking way that this could possibly ever end with this demand. Unless, of course, it just gets thrown out, which it doesn't seem like Russian courts are willing to do. So, you just make up a bill that's $200 million and say, Godspeed figuring out what to do with that, I suppose. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya. Rich Karen thinks she's above the law by Police Insider.
Through traffic, and then when you pulled in here, you hit the curb here in front of Publix because you're trying to avoid me. I don't know.
No, that's not true. There was a banana peel in the middle of the road and it spun out.
Trying to go home.
Okay, but it's 40 miles an hour, and I was doing 40 and you blew past me.
I have 50 employees.
At her house. She has to go see them.
Where is that at?
Next door to Cooperstock Winery.
Go to the winery, conduct an investigation, and then we'll determine that here. If everything.
Did she mention she owns a business yet?
So right now, I just need you not communicating.
I'm sorry. You're fine, you're fine. Sometimes it's a little very overwhelming, intimidating for people.
Was that a cry attempt? Because no part of her face moved. She just made, like, panting noises like a dog after it's run around a lot. Does she know how to cry?
You own the blow dry bar. Okay, cool. I own my business. I manipulate 30 employees.
Cool choice of words.
Property in South Tampa for 30 years now.
South Tampa? Wait, was this in Tampa? My God. I may have seen her at some point.
I've been to South Tampa.
Mhm.
I've owned property here for the past 12 years, but regardless how I've been treated today,
I've been here longer than that. Have we ever crossed paths, you think?
it's just my business, but that's, you know.
So it's something that doesn't have to do with,
I mean,
Imagine you see me in this fucking footage as I like come over here. Maybe I drove by this at some point.
right? I have 30 employees that manipulate me every day, and you have
A lot of manipulation going on at the bar.
people that manipulate you. I don't have kids. I can't have kids.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough.
she's
A lot of trauma dumping.
and she's not making it.
My car.
So I'm not asking.
Let's see if I recognize this area. That looks like some kind of Hilton. Yes. No fucking clue where that is. That could be fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
You're asking?
Oh, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Let's go. We can go right behind you.
The boss music has started playing. There's pretty much nowhere in Tampa I haven't been. I'm sure I've driven down this road at some point.
I own a business.
Okay.
I live right here.
What kind of business do you own?
I own a blow dry bar. I own two. It's a franchise. I own a franchise.
I've never even heard of Blow Dry Bar. Is it no, it's probably not new. Terrible name, by the way. Fucking Blow Dry Bar. Hold on, let me check a little something real quick. This must be like South, like Kennedy-ish? Like off West Kennedy or something, maybe? I don't know why I care so much, but now this feels like a notable location. We got the fucking Blow Dry Bar owner out here. We gotta put up a sign.
New into Tampa. I do nothing wrong.
Okay, how much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing.
On behalf of Tampa, we thank you for your service, ma'am.
Okay, what were we drinking?
I don't remember. I said at 7 a.m. this morning. I have 30 employees.
Yes.
I just had to release my manager because she was trying to sue me for racial issues.
She must have been out of her mind. Suing you? I don't believe that. For what? Enjoying a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
I had to step in.
Okay. Do you remember what you were?
Who asked, by the way? Like, why are you saying this?
You're drinking and you say no, a mimosa.
You got this right there?
Was it no or a mimosa?
God, that attitude is so infuriating. I hate people that act like that.
So your last drink was at what time?
7 a.m.
And it was what?
A 7 a.m. mimosa 2 days ago. I'm sorry you didn't catch that.
Oh, wait!
2 days ago.
A monkey wrench. A new tidbit of lore.
So you haven't had anything to drink today?
That is correct. I had water. I had Diet Coke. You question me on what I had to drink? Let's run it down.
Because I smell it on you.
I love that. Thank you. I had 2 Diet
Oh.
Cokes. Thank you. At 10 a.m.
2 Diet Cokes at 10 a.m.? What are you doing? Trying to speedrun diabetes? You're out of your mind. You can't own Blow Dry Bar like that.
I had a Starbucks refresher at noon, a Starbucks, you know what? I had cold brew at noon, and then 2 p.m.
God, do you ever stop drinking liquids, you gluttonous harpy? 6 espresso shots?
Espresso shots.
Officer, we need to get her to a cardiologist ASAP. What?
The reason why you were driving like that?
Or what? With espresso shots?
Holy Toledo!
Driving in the manner that you were recklessly.
Recklessly. What was my issue?
That you were speeding.
You never released the issue. I asked you why was I being pulled over. You wouldn't tell me.
No, that was not me.
What happened to her boyfriend? Can we bring your boyfriend over here? That guy he was a cool cucumber. That guy was calm, collected. Like, he would be her best asset right now. Did he just go home? He's like, yeah, is she in that mood right now? Is she talking about her business? Hey, good luck. I'm out of here. Lord have mercy. I'm going home.
Can you tell me why I was being pulled over?
Okay, so you were speeding. You were following people too
Can you
closely.
show me why I was speeding?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it? Can you show me?
Can you see what?
You pulled me over for speeding.
Yeah, can you
see why you pulled me over?
Yeah, use the time Infinity Stone. Let's go backwards so we can see it again.
How can I show you that you're speeding?
Are you serious? I know my rights.
Okay.
Can you show me?
You have to bring it up on the Jumbotron, please. Bring in the dancing lobsters.
I think you seem to think that you're in charge here, and you're really not.
She is. She owns a business. She is literally in charge.
Concerns about your sobriety.
I don't want to be in the middle of the road.
Well, no, we have
police cars with their lights on. You sacrificed my safety. I chose to stay on the side of the road. That's my right. You can talk to me like a human.
So, I'd like to check your eyes as part of the field sobriety.
Check me, please.
This is going very well. She knows what she's doing. They really did not like this woman. Even dunking on her in the aftermath. I can't imagine why. She seems like such a peach. She does seem to be a little off on that that wacky wizard wax here, though. She is not lucid.
Do you wear glasses or contacts?
How about you decide? Don't you have to judge?
I don't know if you...
What?
No. Okay, sorry, sir.
Just analyzing your eyes here. Of course, I'm an optometrist. I can tell that you wear glasses based on the dents on your nose and, of course, your cataracts. You must wear glasses. That's what police officers are best known for. Being able to deduce whether someone wears glasses normally.
No, I put conditions.
Medical conditions.
Are you going to write them down or no?
No.
So I'm not going to tell you them.
Okay. You taking prescription medication?
Absolutely.
Which thing?
You're going to write them down?
No.
Then no, I'm not going to tell you.
You want me to write them down?
Without your consent, I'm not going to consent to your...
Okay. Haven't been diagnosed?
You're not writing them down.
Okay.
I haven't...
Checkmate.
Have you ever been diagnosed with diabetes?
Yes.
Okay, do you take insulin?
Absolutely.
When's the last time you took insulin?
2 weeks ago.
What?
Inbound.
What's that?
The inbound?
Inbound diabetes.
Yeah, type 2.
Okay.
So is that why I'm being pulled over?
I don't... Maybe I'm not familiar enough.
No.
Weird. Continue with your factual.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Have you been diagnosed with epilepsy?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you had a seizure?
Right now. Oh, imagine she just drops to the ground. Oh my god, that would have been so good. That would have been fucking cinema. She had such a big opportunity right there. You blew it. You absolutely blew it. What is inbound diabetes? Is that a real thing, or is she just spouting gobbledygook? No, it's just made up. Okay. That sounds about right. Can we search it up? There, you know what, fine. I'll look up inbound diabetes. I see pre-diabetes on the rise, but it can be reversed. Not what we were looking for, but that's good news. Hey, a little surprise good news. Diabetes inbound. Oh yeah, maybe she was calling it in like a kill streak. I didn't even stop to consider that. You're so right.
30 employees. 2 of them are diagnosed with epilepsy.
And she... Oh, okay.
I am not.
You just said you were.
I am not.
Well, she's epileptic through osmosis by being in proximity to those with epilepsy.
All right. Your disabilities, I don't know why you're being so difficult.
Oh, she's about to jump scare.
All right. Do you see the tip of my... I have concerns about your sobriety, so I'm asking if I can check your eyes.
I'm denying it.
Okay, so here's what I'll tell you. Is that... Well, hang on. We're... The exercise...
Now that the drink had finally kicked in, she was about to show her true self.
Exercise or vomit?
Oh no, the mask is coming off. You're telling me she's not a sweet lady?
Smell my suspicion. You see the tip of my pen?
Absolutely.
What color is it?
Red.
So, what I want you to do...
One for one.
Back and forth several times. I want you to follow it with your eyes without moving your head. Okay? Okay.
You've got this.
So pathetic. Left. Center.
Oh man, she's been in the Kovacs AIM lab.
Left. Come on, man.
She's even doing call-outs? Ma'am, please be on your way. We're sorry.
I'm trying to do the right thing here. I fired 2 people just because of based off of performance.
Well, whose fault?
I'm on your team, bro.
Okay, so the next...
I'm on your team, like literally. I support you guys, true. Okay. Like I am on your team. I'm sorry.
All right, fist bump. We'll seal it with a fist bump.
Coming through.
Okay, so we're gonna use this one right here. That's on your left, my right. Okay.
Oh, she's going for the crane kick. Watch out, Jesus! Busting out the kung fu.
Okay.
Good lord.
Sure, my guy's on.
There's like 5 cameras on you right now.
I know.
Okay.
I love this. Hey, this is gonna make me so much money. Hey, baby, got this?
Oh god, her boyfriend's still there. He's probably really embarrassed.
For me, but hey, they gonna do it for me.
Okay, so
let's do it.
I want you to put your left foot on this line.
This one. All right, I'm.
She's gonna make so much. Blow dry bar's about to have a new renaissance with how much she's gonna get paid from this.
want you to put your left foot on this line.
Yes, sir. Like that? Point it or what?
See,
Flat or point it? Because I will do both.
I'm demonstrating it for you.
Oh my god, this is my money maker.
This is the one.
Thank you so much for making
This is the big time.
Okay. And then your right foot in front of your left foot touching heel to toe. Hands by your side touching your thighs. Not like that.
Very good.
How I'm doing.
Excellent.
I'm sorry.
Just like that.
Okay.
All right. I don't want you to move or
Yes, sir.
begin until
Yes,
I tell you to start.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My God, the things her boyfriend must go through every day.
I mean, hey, narrator's not wrong.
To do a yellow line like you.
That fucking
didn't
guy,
do
he must be
the
really
white
just so
line.
embarrassed.
Okay.
So you did it. Because I have my state attorney. My best friend is Andrew Warren.
Okay.
Andrew, what? The Andrew Warren?
First of all, you can't walk a straight
Whoa.
line, so neither can I.
Okay.
Who?
Hector.
God, this has to be so annoying. Like, this is a condensed version of this stop. Oh, this has got to be such a fucking headache. Can he, like, is there no, no other protocol where it's so blatantly obvious she is plastered? Like, what about just, like, a breathalyzer? Do they have to do the FST when someone is this just belligerent?
Manhole.
No,
The manhole.
that's the beginning of the yellow line.
Sure.
All right. So I want you to go back.
Yeah, do some of those. Do some of this.
This is not a joke.
Sir.
Okay.
My life, you're kind of mimicking my life.
So-
I make $700,000 a year. You're mimicking
Congratulations.
my life. Don't touch me. You again.
Yeah, watch.
Okay?
Wow.
Don't touch me.
That got really aggressive.
Are you going to participate in this exercise?
1,000%.
Okay, then put your left
To
on
get
this
this
line.
away from me.
Then why are
It
you
was daytime when they started.
I don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
Get her away from me.
That's so.
She's doing lunges just like you asked her.
Thank you.
What's wrong?
Hands by your side, touching your thighs.
Can she get away?
You're interrupting the feng shui here, please. You need to move. You're ruining her chakra alignment. Oh, come on. I wanted to see it in real time. We've come so far. Crushed it. That's flawless. You catching this, babe?
The money machine was about to take a thrashing from the officer.
That was big bucks right there for sure. Will this affect the Pokemon card market? It already did. In the time she was doing the field sobriety test, over 15 scalpers weren't able to make it to the Pokemon vending machine.
Kid, call him. Call Hector.
Like Terry, you're not complying.
You. Oh, just because I'm white. Okay. There's no race. Now you care.
Top it all off,
Ah.
she did something inside the police car that the officer least expected.
No, she done pooped her pants.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Wait, is it? They trapped her in a goddamn vacuum. The car's vacuum sealed. Help! Man, she was so calm and collected moments ago.
I can't breathe. I have suffocation issues. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Nah, I'm not a doctor, ma'am. Everybody has suffocation issues. If someone's being suffocated, they got a big fucking issue. That's not a unique condition.
You're so You're so oh my god.
She's got you now. Hey! Oh, that's gross. Hey! Pervert. Oh, hey, why is she alting now?
Because you have a small
Hey! Come on.
so sweet. How does it feel to never be important in your life? Loser. You fat. You
At least they put the air back in the car.
I swear to God, give me air. Give me
Stop hogging all the air!
YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.
Cool finale. Well, what about the blow-dry bar? Stocks through the roof, or what's up with that? I'm sure it's doing just fine under her crackshot leadership. Yeah, we'll fill out the March Madness bracket. That was more interesting than I thought it'd be. I think I just got personally invested because she's a Tampa native. Like me. I'm here for you, Carly. That was awesome. I'll have to pay a visit to Blow Dry Bar to pay my thanks. Bail her out. Bitch, why would I be bailing her out? She was talking about how she makes $700K a year. She in her own words, she manipulates 30 employees. Fires them sometimes. Like, why does she need me to bail her out? She's fine. Today, a Kickstarter project was launched as well as a trailer dropping about the final years of Stan Lee's life and the elder abuse he was allegedly victim of. It's a subject I've talked about from time to time on the channel. A few years ago, I even made a video covering the exploitation of his legacy for the sake of shilling NFTs. That one was particularly evil, basically saying, you gotta put all your money into these NFTs. It's what Stan Lee would have wanted. Excelsior, am I right? You don't want to disappoint Stan Lee. Get our NFTs. It's shameful. And there were allegations of elder abuse in the later life of Stan Lee for a long time. And now today, this documentary has popped up from someone named John Bolerjack, who is a former assistant to Stan Lee, who's claiming he's had tons and tons of video evidence and footage of numerous times Stan Lee was taken advantage of, and now he's putting it all together for this documentary called Stan Lee: The Final Chapter, and he's launched a Kickstarter campaign looking for $300,000 to finish it. I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts right off rip before we even get into the trailer, as well as like a clip that dropped from it. To me, that feels really exploitative as well. You're telling me you've had this footage for years, incriminating evidence of Stan Lee being taken advantage of, and instead of releasing it throughout the years to spread the word about the injustice he faced or giving it to authorities about potential elder abuse, you've instead just sat on it, keegling it until now, compiling it into this documentary that you're now looking for $300,000 to finish to pay for things like casting, wardrobe, hair and makeup, music composition, a soundstage space, visual effects. Like, what the fuck? If the goal is justice for Stan Lee, this feels highly unnecessary. I don't think you need a visual effects department on standby to cook up some CGI for it, you know? Like, you don't need Blur Animation Studio on the horn to do some kind of 3D render of like a reenactment scene or something. If you've got all of this incriminating evidence, it feels a little weird to be asking $300,000 from people to crowdfund a pretty bow to put on all of this and like elevate it to like a Hollywood production where they want a set constructor, like they want to build a set, like I don't know if they want to like recreate Stan Lee's home 1-to-1 or something, or you know, as well as like a sound stage. Like like you refuse to release the footage unless everything, like all the testimonials can be filmed on like a Blackmagic Pro 45K camera or something. Like, I don't really understand it. To me, feels like it's also capitalizing off of Stan Lee's name, but this time from a different angle where it's highlighting all of the other people who also exploited Stan Lee in a different way. I'll show you the trailer, and you can obviously form your own fucking thoughts on it, but there's a couple things I want to talk about as well as showing you that clip that dropped.
My name is John Bolerjack, and for the last 4 years of Stan Lee's life, I was his assistant, his confidant, but most importantly, his friend. I traveled the world with him, witnessing firsthand the incredible highs of his legendary career, but also the heartbreaking lows.
John Bolerjack was someone that was close to Stan Lee, and he has filmed a ton of things around him and the people around him as well. So a lot of the footage is basically showcasing how people interacted with Stan Lee, those closest to him, and how they viewed him as kind of like a tool to make money off of. I'll play the rest of the trailer in a moment, but I want to show you this clip because I think this clip is a really interesting look at not only John, but a lot of what Stan Lee was subjected to.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, are you ready to give a riveting speech? You're going to change lives.
I thought I was finished with that. What do I have to do now?
It's never over.
I'm not on the crazy pills, right? Like, I'm not boofing stupid potion, right? That's John Bolerjack that's saying that to him. You can see his hair, his voice is the same. That's John. And he's the one telling him that it's never over. Like, John, I'm assuming he was trying to be, like, sarcastic there, but John, even at the time, was privy to Stan Lee being taken advantage of, but just sat by and let it continue and let all of those people around him continue to exploit him. To me, it feels really weird. You've got all of this footage, you are aware of these things happening where he's being taken advantage of, and instead of sharing that footage at the time or contacting someone to try and help, he just lets it persist and then holds on to this footage for years after his death. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. Like, it feels off. And he also has something else that I found pretty mean-spirited to say to Stan at the end of this clip.
You what? I said I thought I was finished, but apparently I'm not.
No. Once we're done, we'll get out of here.
Now what do I do here?
Same thing, talk about you. We'll make some new questions.
But I don't have the...
Yes, you will. Yes.
Yeah. You not want to have the mic on? How do I turn on and off? I can control that.
You get your money's worth out of me.
Every single penny.
Penny, like 5 pennies.
So this guy telling Stan Lee what he's going to do, even without Stan Lee really knowing and really wanting to, he is still pushing Stan Lee to do it. And then Stan Lee says, you get your money's worth out of me. And he says, every penny. And then John Bolerjack comes in and says, pennies, like 5 pennies. That's just kind of mean. Like, I don't know what the joke was supposed to be there. I don't know why he would come in at the end and say that on the back of that after we just watched Stan Lee get pushed to do something he wasn't aware of and not wanting to do by somebody who's basically controlling his appearance here. It just rubs me the wrong way.
Stan spent his final years enduring mistreatment, manipulation, and betrayal at the hands of a few very bad actors.
Is there any way to get us out of that San Francisco thing? Or do you feel we gotta do it?
Gotta do it. At the time, I didn't have the power to stop it, but I did have a camera and I filmed everything.
Whoa, watch out!
It's extremely sad watching this. Elder abuse is a fucking horrid thing. And John claims that at the time he didn't have the power to stop it, but he had a camera, so he filmed everything. Well, you were compiling evidence. You could have submitted that evidence to authorities, and there's a very real chance nothing would have come from it. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of really evil people that would have been able to squeak their way out of it, but you still would have tried. You did have the ability to have this footage come to light. You could have released this footage yourself online. There were a ton of options with this footage outside of just now bringing it to the public's attention while asking for money to finish a movie around that footage. I understand there have been many cases where a documentary has been instrumental in justice for whatever case it's been covering, but I just can't understand why during all of the discussions around is Stan Lee being abused by the people closest to him, there was even a lawsuit about elder abuse and Stan Lee, during all of this, and it did get a ton of attention, why John Bolerjack with his footage wouldn't have come forward to contribute to that discussion with evidence that, yes, Stan Lee is being taken advantage of. Yes, there are people close to Stan Lee doing things that he doesn't want to do or know that he's doing. I don't understand why back then, with all of the footage he had, he wouldn't have spoke up during those times. It just feels weird that he's had it for so long and is now just bringing it to the public during a Kickstarter pitch.
Now I'm asking for your help to finish the film and finally get justice for Stan. This documentary includes first-hand accounts from key witnesses, including comic book legends like Rob Liefeld and Roy Thomas, as well as many others who saw the chaos and unethical acts. This isn't speculation, it's all on camera. Undeniable.
This is old Stan Lee coming at you.
No, you're not old.
Irrefutable.
I thought I was finished, but apparently I'm not.
No ambiguity.
I think it's pretty clear from industry veterans that have talked about it to the footage that already exists outside of this documentary, since this hasn't released, so we don't know all the footage in it, that we can say with a pretty high level of confidence Stan Lee was taken advantage of in the later years of his life by tons of people around him. I think that much is pretty clear, in my opinion, and I have no doubt that whatever footage John has here will be really helpful in holding a lot of those evil assholes that were exploiting him accountable. I'm hoping that there will be a lot of good that comes from it. But this approach of just squatting on the footage for many years and then only like bringing it out if enough money is given to finish the film is very off-putting. And like looking at the Kickstarter rewards feels really weird too. Let me just hold your hand through what $50 gets you in the project. A stunning photo comic capturing rare, candid moments of Stan Lee like you've never seen before. Shot by filmmaker Jonathan Boulderjack, this collection offers an intimate look at the legend's life beyond the spotlight. Featuring 11 different covers, each showcasing a hand-picked image curated by its respective sponsor. Every book comes signed by Boulderjack, making it a must-have for true fans of Stan and his legacy. What? So each copy is signed by John, which means it's a must-have if you love Stan Lee. Where have we heard that nomenclature before? Spoiler alert, it's the NFTs that were shilled on Stan Lee's Twitter page a few years back. There are so many reward tiers here, more than I've ever seen in a Kickstarter project. I shit you not, I think there's close to like 40 or 50 different reward tiers. It's crazy. Like, here's one for $500 where you get basically a CGC slabbed Stan Lee image. Like, it seems like the reward system is all about incentivizing collectors. Like, every reward tier has some kind of element that hypes up the collecting appeal of the reward tier for the Kickstarter. Like, it's very, again, weird. Here's another option for $500 tier where you can get a tour through Los Angeles with John, where you'll visit places where bribes were offered, schemes were plotted, and millions went missing, stories that have never been told till now. What? So he'll take you on a tour of places where Stan Lee was exploited for $500. He'll take you on the Los Angeles tour of Stan Lee being taken advantage of. I just don't know how that can be perceived as anything other than slimy. It's basically reducing the elder abuse Stan Lee suffered to a tour for you to go on for $500 with this guy who's treating it like it's some kind of like attraction. Like, it's just so not okay, I feel. For $8,000, you get an invite to the Emmys and the Governor's Ball. All right. Like, it goes on and on. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, 40 different reward tiers is an understatement. I think there's probably closer to like 60 or 70 different tiers of Kickstarter rewards here.
With your help, we can finish the film, expose the truth, and give Stan the justice he deserves.
As I mentioned, this footage that he has most likely will showcase a lot of the horrible things people have done to Stan Lee, and many times he was taken advantage of. But I don't feel like the goal of this film is to get justice for Stan Lee. It looks very different when you actually go through the page, all the rewards, all of the things that the money is going towards, and also when you remember the fact that he's had this footage for so long and is now just bringing it out for a Kickstarter pitch. I find it very weird. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about it. That's it. So yeah. This is like E3 for Taco Bell fans. We watched this last year too. They should have Jeff Keighley do one of these Taco Bell Presents new menus at 54.30. Well, yeah, I'll get to the new menu, but what if they bring out, like T-Pain to, have a huge performance or something? I don't want to miss something cool.
Buddy, the CEO of Taco
Hey,
Bell,
RB.
Sean Trisvon.
The CEO of Taco Bell, let's go! They did have Doja Cat. You're telling me Taco Bell Presents had Doja Cat there? They resurrected the Taco Bell dog, I hear. Oh, necromancy? That's back on the menu, let's go.
Importantly, I see Taco Bell fans. Give it up, Taco Bell fans.
Taco Bell enthusiasts! We're here!
We've got an incredible audience. I just saw my boss's childhood idol, John Starks, is in the house. Where's John?
Wait, he's the CEO of Taco Bell, though. How could you have a boss? Who's your boss? God? Like, who's above the Taco Bell CEO? That has to be the highest level position in all of corporate America.
Live Moss Live last year in Las Vegas.
I remember.
We didn't really know what we were doing.
I watched
We
it.
didn't know it was to be successful, but it turned out we did okay. We did okay with you guys as the fans. You guys are the most important. We had a lot of great menu items. And then we had some great media coverage from Barstool Sports. What they wrote is out. Apple.
Hey, what? I talked about it too. Where's my Taco Bell shout out?
That was a great company to be in.
When you revealed your Cantina menu, I almost showed whole.
Conferences where they did pretty good company.
Who the fuck didn't attend? Megan? Wow, that's a crazy last name. Megan Presepier? You think you're better than the Taco Bell Liv Moss? You can just RSVP and not show up? You got some fucking nerve, Megan. You know that? You better hope they don't put you in a taco.
Let's take it backwards. That's pretty cool. Tacos in a burger world. He's trying to feed curiosity for the
tacos in a burger world.
This ideal called Liv Moss.
Barbie energy.
Liv Moss. So everybody will get this hat on behalf of the brand and partner with Max.
Hey, thank you so much for the hat.
Pretty cool. And then also we have some Liv Moss Live merch for you guys.
Yo, the swag bag. Put a fucking chungus on that thing and I'm sold. Give me some dank memes.
I forgot about you. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I want you guys to get really loud. I want them to hear you in Manhattan. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Are you guys ready?
I'm so hyped.
1, 2, 3. Is Brooklyn in the house?
Yes! Yes! Did they hear us?
Oh my gosh, Ann Arbor in the house.
No Ann Arbor. Boo.
Okay.
We're not here.
Well, I grew up there, and my love affair with
Brooklyn
Taco
only.
Bell was actually I remember.
All right. I'll skip to the fucking experimental menu. Fine. We don't have to watch the whole thing. Holy shit! It's the Taco Bell kitchen. They even have the spectators. Good God. We get to see how the sausage is made. No, I'm not ready. The pearly gates.
Taco Bell's chief food.
You guys had absolutely no chill. Who remembers this guy?
I can't see him.
Yeah. So
who is it?
Guys, this
oh, fuck! I remember that bastard.
Heads, like we made a few pies.
That dirty rat. He's supposed to be in jail.
But you guys had bigger, maybe Thanksgiving. Like this could be an awesome pie to bring to the family. Yeah.
Or just celebrate Shrek 5 with that bitch.
This time, since we
that fit
know
perfectly in
doing,
line with
I
Shrek.
definitely know what I need from you.
Let me be your marketing guy.
Your feedback. I want to know, since it's been on the menu, what if we took all that deliciousness that made it the icon that it is?
Oh, don't touch
and
it.
Turned it into a bite-sized icon.
No, it's not ready for that.
A mini bite-sized salad. Yeah.
I mean, that looks pretty good, I guess.
Okay.
Whatever.
And we will put some salsa verde on it, some fresh lime. I don't know. I think that's a good idea. All right. Okay. How about?
I'm a big bite-sized guy. I like bite-sized things.
I mean, so cool that
you bite-sizeify shit, and I'm happy.
I mean, okay. So what if we took all the glory of the Mexican pizza, all those amazing tastes,
and we threw it in the trash,
and then we wrapped it into a flaky, crispy.
You made a pizza roll. Taco Bell, you have just made a pizza roll. Get ready for the lawsuit.
Yeah.
No, it's a pizza. You can call it what you want. It's a pizza roll.
I mean, it needs a dip.
Totino's gonna be on that ass.
You gotta dip that into the beautiful. So I want to talk a little bit about fire sauce. Any fire sauce fans?
Boo! I don't like capsaicin. Boo! Take it off the menu.
We've been thinking, what if we took the sauce?
Things that are hot make me upset.
To a seasoning, and then you're gonna grow our own purple pepper and create the purple chili sauce. It is spicy.
Don't care. You said spicy. I'm out.
It's got an aji panca.
You lost me.
It's got ghost pepper.
You're saying words I don't even know.
Don't be fooled by this. This is. Come on up. Woo! Come on, girl. Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Let me make a potato pancake for this restaurant.
This girl is so talented.
Watch the stock price soar.
From I Love Micheladas to her James Beard award-winning restaurant, Galagetza in Los Angeles.
I don't need the whole lore breakdown. I just want to see the new menu. Is it really 40 more minutes of the new menu? Or do they take like little detours? I can't quite tell. Winner. Taylor Frankie. What'd she win? A scholarship? You ate the most Crunchwrap Supremes in 5 minutes? Full ride scholarship to Harvard?
Okay, this might.
Oh, menu hack of the year. That was a competitive category. I would have won the Burger King one if they did that. If they had the budget for it. My fucking pink bismuth burger went crazy.
All except you, Taylor. Yeah, we're in a fight right now.
Okay, so I thought she was gonna do like a full performance. She cut a little promo for him. Not as cool.
Where we're gonna reveal.
They just bought her cameo.
Just take a breath. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
All of our try one of the Lux Craving boxes. Now, where are my Cantina chicken people?
I'm right here. I'm right here. That's a good menu.
Cantina chicken people.
It's me. You're talking to me.
Last year,
what do you want?
A new Cantina chicken menu, and you guys absolutely loved it. But we thought that we need to turn up the heat a little bit.
All right. Well, you fucked it. I'm no longer a Cantina fan. Why? That was my least favorite part.
A little bit of a spicy side.
No.
It's a little bit
no.
Of heat. So 4 days ago, we launched the new Caliente Cantina.
Son of a bitch. That's my least favorite Spanish word.
Caliente sauce made with red jalapeno.
Damn it.
Now, where's my girl? It's a bean burrito. I like to add extra sauce on mine, extra red sauce.
How creative.
I like to add extra onions. And I like to make that baby grilled. Because if you're not getting everything grilled at Taco Bell, you're not doing it right.
Well, you really changed the game with that order.
So I'm going to ask somebody what their Taco Bell thing is.
The fuck is that, man?
Because you were gasping for air. Take a breath, girlfriend. What is your Taco Bell thing?
Oh my gosh. I love to get a grilled cheese burrito.
Industry plant.
I like to swap out the rice.
Okay.
For some seasoned fries.
Okay.
And then I like to swap out the chipotle sauce for avocado ranch.
Nope.
And then add pico de gallo. And I like to call it the Cali-ash burrito.
Okay, I tried
Liar.
half of that, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so
They told you to say that.
Ashley has a thing. Does anybody else want to shout out what their thing is? Who's brave? Beefy Crunch?
It's called ordering just straight off the menu.
So you know what? We're gonna make Ashley's. If you are a loyalty member, you get to go into the app and you get to name your thing, Paul. You get to name the Paul's Beefy Crunch Burrito. And here's the cool part about that. When people buy Ashley's thing or Paul's
Oh my god, it's commission based.
hook you up with some rewards.
Holy fucking affiliate link.
Okay, get ready for fan style. We're dropping that later this summer. Now, Ashley.
Wait, what is that? So I can make Charlie's thing on there. And if you like my thing, you can place the Taco Bell order and I'll get Taco Bell rewards. I mean, it's kind of cute, I guess. It's like, yeah, actual Fortnite codes. That's kind of, I mean, I guess that's kind of adorable, whatever. And the employees will spit in your food after you order it. Oh, true. Can you imagine, like, the bad blood? No, we don't serve Charlie's thing here. No, you can't order that. Only Billy Mitchell's thing is permissible at this Taco Bell.
How about we put shredded beef inside a grilled cheese burrito? I heard some gasps. Does that sound good?
You can't. You're not allowed to do that. It violates the Geneva Convention.
Did anybody try the street chalupas? Cheddar cheese. So we're bringing back the street chalupas in steak and Cantina chicken.
That's pretty cool.
They're not just going to be regular street chalupas. They're going to be toasted.
Wait, what was that noise? Run that back. Enhance.
What's on the outside of those little babies?
Going to earbuds.
That is toasted cheddar cheese. So we're bringing back the street chalupas in steak and Cantina chicken. But they're not just going to be regular street chalupas. They're going to be toasted.
That's 100% a fart. Someone just ripped the white one. That is so fitting for a Taco Bell Game Awards ceremony. That's beautiful. Excellent work, Taco Bell.
How about we do a new sauce with the Taco Bell chicken nuggets?
Is it? Oh, it's spicy.
We're going to partner with our friends at Mike's Hot Honey, but we are going to make a Mike's Hot Honey Diablo sauce.
Can you not?
The chicken nuggets.
What am I supposed to do with that?
We should do crispy chicken strips.
You know I can't eat spice, brother. You know that.
How about we put those crispy chicken strips? It's really refreshing, a little messy, but you guys should try it. So that got us thinking. Do you guys think that we should do more drinks? Yeah! I mean, do we? It's not really loud enough. Do we think we should do more drinks?
I said yes, you need to fucking do more drinks. Yes, yes, yes!
What would Taco Bell look like? I wonder.
Chad already spoiled it. They're doing a new Baja Blast. Actually hype.
Chula Vista in San Diego. But the question that I keep getting asked is, dude, where's the next one gonna be? You guys want to know?
It's gonna be in Florida?
Well, maybe not in California.
Tampa?
We open one right here in Brooklyn.
Man, I don't live there.
Live, I present to you guys Live Moss Cafe #2.
They put it inside of the conference hall. This is where it's permanently opened. Wow.
Now,
Well, I don't really give a fuck.
if you're in the house tonight,
I don't go to voice crack. I don't go to cafes.
Live Moss Cafe right there and try that back. You know what? I think we got a birthday in the house. Oh, can I get that one more time, please?
Where are they? Where are they?
Okay, maybe one more.
We have to give them the Taco Bell spankings.
The Crunchwrap.
Oh.
Our beloved Crunchwrap. The
It was a ruse.
hexagon of Taco Bell perfection. And how about we start that celebration right now? Okay? Go out to Taco Bell right now and try the new Crunchwrap sliders. Steak and...
Man, if you want to celebrate it right now, how about you put a fucking Crunchwrap slider under my chair? What the fuck? If I was there, I'd be livid. I'd be doing big thumbs down right now. I wouldn't be doing any jazz hands. Come on.
Can I have some help from everybody that's watching online too, please? Okay.
Okay, here's my energy.
Product number 1. What about the chili cheese burrito? Should we bring that back? All my Midwesterners over there cheering. We know that we like the chili cheese.
You might want to calm down with that.
What about the caramel apple empanadas? Should we bring that back? Okay. Do I have some Double Decker fans in the house?
What the fuck, Taco Bell?
Okay, that's a year 2000 favorite. What about the 7-layer burrito? Deep cut.
We need to get this guy some more media training. Not the most optimal of hand gestures.
Wow. Full of surprises. Do I have any gamers in the house?
Yeah!
Do I have any fans of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in the house?
Yeah, that's me.
What is your name, my friend? David.
It's Ben.
Okay, David. I'm
Bend over.
Okay.
Idiot.
So, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is one of my favorites. The tropical limestorm we all love turns 21 years old this year. That's right. Baja Blast turns 21 years old. And no birthday is complete without a birthday
Been around that
cake.
long?
So, I just need a little bit of help. Can we all blow out the candles for Baja Blast, please?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
I did it! I blew him out! Oh my god, I killed him.
Baja Blast is 21. We think it should stay out a little bit later. So this year, we are launching Taco Bell's first ever new flavor of Baja Blast. Baja Blast Midnight. It is the flavor
That's pretty cool.
of the tropical limestorm
that guy's
that you
hard.
love with a burst of passion.
She's crying.
It's gonna pair with everything that you love at Taco Bell. The first time we've ever launched a new flavor of Baja Blast, and you don't have to wait. Baja Midnight is coming to all of our restaurants this summer.
Oh, what the fuck? I'm literally waiting. I have to wait months. You lied. That was misleading.
Live Moss Live. Thank you to everybody that's here. But I think we should do one more thing. Should we do one more thing?
Do one more thing!
One more thing?
Yeah, saw somebody in half up there. I don't give a fuck. Do something cool.
We know that you guys love cheese. I present to you the Queso Crisp Taco.
Interesting idea. That actually could go ballistic. There's a big finale right there. That'll do. That's a mic drop.
Okay. That's really it. That's officially...
Another successful Liv Moss moment. That's another one for the books. We win again. Last night on stream, I watched the trailer for the new Pokemon game coming out this year, Pokemon Legends ZA, and I wasn't super impressed with what was presented. I wasn't sugarcoating it or pulling any punches, and my criticism of it drew the ire of many Pokemon fans. And as tempers flared and milk spilt, juice boxes thrown to the floor in rage, unfortunately something tragic unfolded. I was excommunicado from the Pokemon fandom. They dubbed me not a fan of Pokemon any longer. Thus, it's not a game made for me, as I was just a hater. They cast me out from the Continental of the Pokemon fandom, which is so fucking stupid. I like how just expressing that these games could and should be much better is all of a sudden just blindly hating on it just to be a Scrooge. I'm going to go over my thoughts on the trailer and talk about the things I think could be improved, because from everything I've seen in the Pokemon Legends ZA extended look, it is a step backwards from the last Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I was actually very positive and optimistic on. I hated Scarlet and Violet. I still hate Scarlet and Violet. There's no amount of revisionism there that can convince me that the game was actually good, because it wasn't. That shit was insulting, it was embarrassing. And I stand by that. I also hated Sword and Shield. That game should have been one of their biggest leaps with the Pokemon franchise, and instead it was its most watered down and most barren. Somehow, they go backwards pretty often. Game Freak, I've said for a while, is just extremely lazy. They have what I believe to be one of the easiest jobs in the world, where all they need to do is just copy and paste and fans will just clap for it most of the time. And yet somehow they'll still find ways to fuck that up, like with Sword and Shield, where they just get rid of like half of the roster. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. Point is, there are a lot of blunders here that to me make no sense, because Pokemon is the most lucrative property ever, like on the planet. So why aren't the games amazing? And why do the games oftentimes just feel exactly the same without any moving forward? Arceus was the first time in a long time I had actual optimism for Game Freak delivering a high-quality Pokemon experience. And back when I reviewed it, I actually caught a lot of shit for being so positive on it, because it did have flaws, but I thought all of the DNA and all of the groundwork laid a great foundation for what could be an amazing Pokemon formula going forward. And with Pokemon Legends ZA, I was expecting that to be improved upon, built upon, and be really impressive. But in this trailer, it feels like they just went backwards somehow, again, which they've done before. So I was pretty disappointed. Me critiquing these games and wanting them to be better doesn't mean that I just blindly hate Pokemon. I have been playing Pokemon games since the late 90s, well before the majority of you were even embarking on your zygotic adventure into this world in the first place. I am the furthest thing from just a blind Pokemon hater. I am just someone who wants the games to be as good as they could and absolutely should be. And I don't know why we have this extremely low standard. We're just doing the very bare minimum with this IP is all of a sudden serviceable and should be, celebrated. Like, oh look, Game Freak did the same thing again. Yes! Anyway though, let me play you a clip from what I believe to be the laziest thing Game Freak has done ever from this trailer. And it's their wild zones.
To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones. These areas, located throughout Lumiose, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive. To catch one of these wild Pokemon, aim carefully, then throw a Pokeball.
This, to me, is a massive step backwards, because now you don't even just have exploration going to different zones and biomes to find Pokemon. Now, you just go into a city, go through a hologram, and you just see a couple Pokemon on the street, like that one next to a car. What? Like, how can you possibly defend that? That is beyond lazy. So now you just have the same fucking copy and pasted JPEG buildings, and you'll just go through and then you'll see a couple Pokemon spawn, and that's it. You don't even have the exploration. Now, I'm sure the game won't just be Lumiose. At least, fingers crossed it won't. Fuck me in the face. Turns out I was wrong. It's set entirely within Lumiose City. Wow. That makes me significantly more disappointed here, how your interaction with Pokemon in this game is exclusively through these wild zones, it seems. That is mind-numbing. I really think that is terrible. In my opinion, sucks major ass. I would even go as far up the food chain as saying it sucks colonel and maybe even general ass. It is watering down one of the most core features of Pokemon, which is going around exploring, going to different regions of the map and finding different Pokemon there. Here, you just go through the city and just hit different wild zones that just put them in fucking parking spots like that Fletchling that was just posting up next to the car. Or there was another Pokemon, I couldn't quite tell what it was, that was just next to an umbrella. And one of the complaints I had in Pokemon Legends Arceus was you'd be exploring, and then there wouldn't be many Pokemon that you could see, because the draw distance was really bad and they couldn't spawn a lot on the screen at any one time, so it felt a little empty. Well, here, it has that same problem, but now you don't even have the exploration. Now you just still have two Pokemon on screen, but they're just standing around in a really boring looking city. It'd be a lot better if you could leave Lumios, and I don't know, maybe you can, even though what I read says it takes place entirely in there, so it doesn't seem like you can. But it'd be better if you could and like go out into the world, and this would just be like the hub that also had the wild zones. That would be a lot better, but it doesn't seem like that's the direction at all. So definitely not a fan of that, and I really don't know how you can mental gymnastics and explanation for how getting rid of exploration in different biomes in order to just strip it down to just a couple, I'm sure there's going to be tons of wild zones that are just, again, the city landscape with a couple of Pokemon sprinkled in there, just tiddlywinks of Pokemon placed around, is somehow better than the exploration elements. I think it is just a massive downgrade.
If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to catch.
I just don't see how that looks like an exciting change. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm on the stupid pills here, but fighting a Pokemon on a rooftop, cool one time, but not when all you have is battle a Pokemon on a rooftop or some streets or like an alleyway. That's lame. Like, I don't see that as a positive thing at all.
This game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles. Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect. So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand. Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks.
Now, this was a big change that people thought was very hype. I am of the firm stance it's not that hype, I'm sorry to say. Yes, the introduction of being able to move during the battles is nice because you can dodge attacks, and it seems like it's not just traditional turn-based, even though I like turn-based. It is a change for sure, but I think I'm a little more lukewarm on it than most people seem to be. This isn't like call your grandma up just fucking, hyperventilating over how huge this is. To me, this is what I would have expected more of, because this is an extension of something Arceus introduced us to, dipping its toes in there with the boss fights. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, you might remember during the boss fights, you can move around during the actual encounter. You can dodge. Then you're fucking throwing tomatoes at it. You're not actually throwing tomatoes. But you yourself are engaging with the boss fight, and you're moving while doing so. And they took that mechanic, and they're introducing it to normal Pokemon battles, it seems, not just boss battles, which I think is a solid direction to go, and I imagine it'll probably feel like a good quality of life change, but it doesn't feel like a completely new combat system for Pokemon that Game Freak has really went into the lab and they worked tirelessly night and day to reinvent Pokemon, combat from the ground up. The gameplay has totally changed. It just seems like it's a nice quality of life feature that they probably should have had a long, long time ago. And it does feel like a tweak from Legends Arceus, which I think is good. And I wish they had done more of it, but it feels like instead of like building on Arceus or tweaking things from Arceus, it was more like stepping back from what they were exploring there. And this, to me, is a good change, but not super new. Like, it doesn't beat the allegations of same freak just doing the same shit every time. It seems like they introduced something that will feel better, but I don't think it's going to be all that different or feel all that new. Now, in the trailer, you might have also noticed that the moves appear to go on cooldown. That's also different, and it's what I meant when I said that it doesn't feel like it doesn't seem like it goes like in a traditional turn-based system. But I don't know if that's necessarily even going to change it being pseudo-turn-based, because unless I'm misremembering, I didn't see any battle that was presented there that had two moves on cooldown at the same time. So it feels like you can use a move, it'll go on cooldown, but then you'll have to use another move or wait for that one to come off cooldown. I don't think you can go like this move, then this move, and they both go on cooldown. At least I didn't see that in the trailer. So it feels like it'll probably still end up being somewhat turn-based, but I guess we'll have to wait to see more to see how that cooldown feature actually plays into all of this. And then another thing people were super excited for is they're bringing Mega Evolutions back. If you really liked Mega Evolutions, I'm sure you were probably, stars in your eyes, over the moon about that. But to me, again, it's not new and it's not pushing it forward. It's just bringing back something a lot of fans probably would like to see be brought back with Mega Evolutions. But to me, again, this is still not like a massive leap for Pokemon games. To me, it feels like a step back from what Arceus was trying to push. And me saying that on stream, people were not super pleased with. But I just really think it's kind of inarguable. There's still no voice acting, which I think is going to be a complaint we'll be having for the next 50 years. I think at this point it's just spite. I just feel like they're just doing it out of spite. We're not adding voice acting. We're not improving the visuals. We're not adding, more Pokemon on stream. We're not on screen. We're not improving draw distance. Suck our dick. Like, to me, it feels like it's just out of spite at this point. And I know people always point to hardware limitations, and yes, the Switch is very underpowered. Hopefully the Switch 2 fixes that. The specs that have released for the Switch 2 seem like it's going to be pretty powerful. But for the current Switch, yeah, it's barely more powerful than a calculator. But that doesn't mean that the games have to be like this. Look at Zelda. Look at Xenoblade. Like, come on. There is still so much you can squeeze out of a Switch that, for some reason, Game Freak doesn't for Pokemon. The most profitable franchise on the planet. Doesn't make sense to me. These games should be better. They could be better. People didn't like when I brought up this comparison, but I'm going to do it again. Palworld has proven that this formula of creature catching has so much room for innovation, and that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what's possible with this genre. And Pokemon is just really content just cruising, going through the motions on idle mode, doing less than the bare minimum in many circumstances with this property. So, yes, I know Palworld and Pokemon, they don't play the same, they are very different games, but they do share very similar traits. And Palworld did all of it better than Pokemon. Just, I think full stop, Palworld did everything better and ate Pokemon's lunch. And I just really hope at some point Pokemon puts real effort into delivering a genuinely great game again, because it's been a while. Arceus has been their best attempt. People disagree with me when I say that, but I really do believe that Arceus was their best attempt at trying new things and actually trying to deliver a new experience with Pokemon. And with what we've just seen with Pokemon ZA, I feel as though they have now just abandoned that and are just going back to cruise control. So, yes, I was not a huge fan of Pokemon Legends ZA Extended Look. Hopefully as more comes out, maybe it looks better and better, and I'm looking like a real fool because the game's stunning. It's actually amazing with so many cool new things added to it. But from what I've seen right now, doesn't appear to be the case. That doesn't mean that I'm not a fan of Pokemon and just a hater of it or anything. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.